What up? What up? Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Came on here just chat for a little bit. Lots of crazy shit happening today. What's up, Beth? Hello. Hey, Terry. How are you? Hey, White Indo Raptor. How are you? Yeah, sometimes we pop up on any date, really. Hi, Betty. Hey, Crimson Jezebel. How you doing? How's everybody doing today? Kimberly Chess, what's happening? What is going on? Yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling out. I was gonna go on earlier, but got delayed, and so it's been a little crazy. Crazy day. Hi, Britta. How are you? Diana, what's up? What's up? Hey, hey, hey. Diana, you did good last night. I'm proud of you. Oh, watching Netflix. I don't actually. Do I have Netflix? I don't know if I do. I don't think so. I'm cold. Your air is too low. We'll turn it up. Turn it up. So what's everybody doing today? Friends watching Netflix. We just added something else. Oh, we got Max. HBO Max. So I have Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Stars. And hey Phil, how you feeling? Are you home yet? Cleaning a little. I didn't do crap today. Well, I did clean a little. I also went grocery shopping. You're waking up. Oh, yeah, what time is it there? It's 11:11. Hi, Elizabeth. Again. Elizabeth. Um, yeah, I didn't do much today. I have a lot to do tomorrow, though. But I did grocery shopping. I cooked a nice pork dinner for me and my hubby. What? What's up, MZ? Hey, Tori. Hmm. You're waiting until Monday for a shift. So are you in the hospital right now? That's where you're waiting for a shift test? You hear static? Is it bad? See, I don't have anybody to tell me that tonight, so I didn't know. Hold on. Let me know if it goes away. I did something the other day, but hey, Hannah. Hey, Chris. Is it still there? Oh, well, I hope you feel better, Phil. Grab my yogurt and ooh, is that good to have yogurt with antibiotics? I know yogurt makes my stomach like bleh. I can't eat yogurt though. Actually, I did buy this. I probably need to throw it out. I haven't had it yet, and it's been in there for like 2 weeks. I don't know how long does yogurt last. Like the little like oikos. I never had it. I think I got like 2, 3 weeks ago. I have to look. Oh, what you're working on? A while. Yeah, I don't normally do yogurt because it messes with my stomach. It always did since I was a kid. That's like the only thing that really like that I know really messes with me. Right, the probiotics. Maybe that's why it messes with my stomach. I don't know. It always did, but apparently the Oikos is good. I don't know. Robbie and Kendra were talking about it one night, so I actually bought some. And I actually did this. I went and got. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. You can also drink instead of yogurt. Well, I can. You know the frozen yogurt. Those I can do. I just can't have the regular yogurt. I don't know why. But Ivani's won't like coconut. Hey, Marcia, how are you? Um, yeah. So I don't know why. I still have it, and I never tried it. But I also went when I got that. I also got Robbie told me to get cucumbers and cilantro. Was it? Now I forget. And to make this like frozen little smoothie thing, and I let it sit in the fridge a little too long. I had to throw it out like a week later, and because I didn't do it. That's what I'm bad with veggies. I don't eat them all the time, so like they end up going bad in my fridge. But the cucumbers didn't last that long at all, like a week something. Yeah, you have to replace the good germs. Why are you in a weird mood, Crimson? What's going on? Read. Wait, Vanessa. Produce and fruits here don't last. Most have no taste. Yeah, I'm just not good with the veggies. I'm really not. Because I don't know. I didn't grow up eating them. I try, though. I do always try, but it's always so bad. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I know Robbie's not coming on because he's doing his thing. So, Gabe's sleeping, so I'm just sitting here like, so much shit happened today. I'm just over it. I was actually really upset about it too, but you know, it is what it is. I'm like sad about the world, you know. Oh my gosh. Oh, Phil, he's counting the tiles in the stairway. Well, obviously you have your laptop or your iPad with you, so that's good, right? Keep you busy. What's your favorite food, Terry? Does anybody here watch Honey Boo Boo or oh my God, Mama June, Honey Boo Boo, Mama June story? I ended up catching the one of the shows, all of it. Yes, Kim, you watch Mama June? It's so sad that her daughter died, and now she's going into like a custody battle with her. She has two grandchildren from Anna, who's the daughter that passed, and the youngest. Her two kids have two different fathers. So she's going into a custody battle with the youngest father because he took care of the one that's not his, and he wants the one that's not. He wants both kids. Uh, Now she doesn't need that kid. I think Pumpkin should take her, but that's only if Anna wanted it that way, you know. And I did see the episode where Anna wanted her kid to stay with her family, so I don't know about that. I don't know how to feel about that, and I don't know what makes me watch that damn show. But it's always on like Saturday mornings. You know, there's always like an episode. It's always in my feed on YouTube, so I ended up watching that. And then, oh God, what other crap? I guess Moo went live, but she deleted it. I think it's my lungs, not my heart. Oh, really? It's, oh, am I good now? Nobody answered. Is there still static? Hey, Ray, how are ya? I know, it's like, ugh. She stole a line of them. Yeah, I can't believe she won't give it back to her. What the hell's wrong with her? I think maybe they might be doing that for drama, though, for the show. Because, I mean, she knows damn well she was wrong. And she should be giving it back to her. She probably is paying for the school or whatever. But they all get paid from the show, though. So I mean, they all can't act. What do you mean? No, 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 no. What? um, you still hear static? See, I don't hear it at all, so I can't even tell. Is it just when I talk, or yeah? She didn't put it in the Oh my god, what's the name of that bank account that child actors have? Oh my god, it's right there. Anyway, she was supposed to put it in. She only put like what 20% of it or something. It's constant. Okay, sorry. So you guys are on a delay, so I can't tell if I do something if it goes away. Oh, did that help? Did that help? Oh, so some people are getting static and some people are not. Okay. Hmm. Hey Deb, how you doing? Okay. Sorry, Flutter. You don't hear it? I seen that with Trump today. Oh my God, that really upset me. I'll tell you why in a minute. But um, you don't hear it either. So all right, cool. So maybe it is Flutter. No static in Dallas. What else happened? So yeah, so the Moo went live, I guess, over the past 2 days or since Emma's body cam footage, and she deleted it. So I have no idea what was even said on that crap. So there's no real Moo drama as far as I know. So that didn't happen today, except the whole like germ crop, because that's just going to be constant, I believe. I can't get over how he really believes, and he's even got the other one, Travis, believing that they've done nothing to provoke these people, and it's sad. It's really sad. Um, people are saying, yeah, there's video of him pulling out a gun, John Cook, and there is video of him pulling out a gun, but that was months ago, and that was to Jeremy. And then they're saying he pointed at a child. He actually pointed at a car. He was on his own property, and then just the stuff he's saying, he's like twisting and making things look one way when if you just look at her side and hear her side of it, as mental as she might be, she's like legitimately like, what the hell? Like, leave me alone, and will just all go away. And they egged him on with this freaking tube town crap right in front of their house, right in their faces, playing the Lynette videos of her being a liar and calling her a liar and saying all this stuff right to her house, facing it out her house. I mean, it's really messed up, and he's just going on and on and on, and like every day it's just I went to see. I clicked on his video today because it was going to show the bond hearing for John Cook, and I wanted to see that. And I saw that, no big deal. I guess it's like a normal bond hearing. And so I'm guessing they just have to wait and see if someone pays his bond for him. Um, but it's just the way he comes back and explains it, and then comes back and it says all this stuff. Then he attacks the grandson. Then he knows the story of the grandson, and he knows the story of the grandson's friend. And it's like, how do you know this? Why are you? I mean, the guy's literally obsessed with them, totally obsessed, and it's really sad. And he just annoys the hell out of me. But aside from that, all this crap and weeding out these people, to me, it's just like, wow, man, there's so many freaking crazies in the world. And then, hey, Lisa. Hey, Beth. Yeah, so, come like later this afternoon, we find out Richard Simmons passed away. And he was, I believe, 76. I don't know how he passed away, like what the cause of death was. But you know what? I mean, I know he led a good life, but he didn't have such a great um, young life when he was younger. I believe he was bullied and made fun of because of his weight and stuff like that. And kudos to him because he lost it. And not only did he lose it, he chose to help everybody else lose it. And he even got in front of Congress and was like, we need to do something because I do not want any child to live the life I lived as a child. So, I mean, I think he was a great guy. He was funny. I loved his outfits. But he was a great guy, and he did some really good things, and it's really sad that he passed away. And then also Dr. Ruth passed away, and I thought she had already passed away. I didn't know that she was still alive. Sadly, I guess I haven't seen her in years, and so she was 96, I believe, and yeah, so that's sad. I don't know. Have you guys seen or heard about Dr. Ruth in a long time? He had skin cancer. Oh, I didn't know that. Um, yeah, I haven't seen her, and I'm so sad. I mean, I actually did think that she had already passed. Yeah. So that happened. I used to switch to the oldies with him every day. Yeah. He made it fun, I guess. I really didn't do the Richard Simmons stuff, but I remember it being on and stuff. I did when I did it, I did Tybo. That was my thing. That was in my 20s, and that was fun. I enjoyed that. But I had buns of steel, abs of steel. Oh my god! Not that I use them often, but I had them. um, Once in a while, I would. No, I'd get in a kick and then I'd stop. You know. Yep, he was. He was on General Hospital back in the 80s. Yeah. Oh, and again, I don't know. I don't know if he was on that. I had a big. Uh, there was a big decade or so that like I never paid attention to General Hospital. So when I grew up, it was like all the ABC soaps were always on because my mother watched like Ryan's Hope, All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, and Edge of Night. Me as a kid chose to go with a little bit of a younger route on NBC, and I went with Days of Our Lives, and then there was like Passion, Santa Barbara, you know. But then I kind of got out of it, you know. But my mom always watched ABC, and so when my mom would go back and forth from Florida and stuff like that, or when we'd be sitting and hanging out, we'd spend a lot of time together. She'd always watch her soaps, and the only one that ended up staying on was General Hospital. And you never watched them? Oh, I did as a kid. I'd come home from school and ABC's always on. And when I was younger, that's when Luke and Laura, like the whole big Luke and Laura thing was happening. I remember coming in school and like sitting down wanting to watch that wedding. Or they were hiding out in the shopping mall or something, I think. But anyway, so my mom still watched it and up until she passed. And so now I call me strange. I think I mentioned this once before. I mean, we've been on live so long. This is probably me repeating something, of course. But some people didn't hear it. But anyway, I'm just babbling tonight. I'm babbling. Uh, I normally do it. I know. But I tend to watch it now because I feel like I'm keeping up with it for my mom. And sometimes I feel like she might be sitting it watching it with me. Like I'm turning it on for her. You know, I can't not watch it. Does that make any sense? But I still have my days of our lives recorded because that's my whole thing from when I was like that was my show, like Bo and Hope and Patch and Kayla and all that. But they've gotten weird. Well, they've always been weird, but they've gotten really weird. So those are the shows that I actually record and catch up with when I do like have like that Saturday afternoon where it's raining or something. I'll watch like five of them in a row. But yeah. So anyway, so what else happened today? um. So yeah. So y'all heard that Trump got shot, huh? I know not many people seem to care. Um. But y'all have heard that, right? I know, Lisa. I know. I know. It's on its way. Everybody packages are on their way. Whatever is still sitting here is going out tomorrow. So everything is going to be gone. Um, Terry, yours is delayed because you told me to hold yours. A couple people told me to hold theirs for different reasons, but um, I'll say this again. There was a shipment that there was a problem with, which didn't know what happened, but all the packages were actually in one spot. And then I had to go searching for it to find out, and they were all there. It was an entire shipment, so it wasn't just this person or that person's. It was an entire shipment. It had to be corrected, and it was sent out. And I have the receipt for that. It was on. Basically, it was all on hold. I know, don't hold yours anymore, Terry. I know. But you did have me hold. Is what I'm saying. That's why when you think it's taking so long, yours was on hold. Anyway, it's not on hold. Um. Anyway, where I dropped them off, because there was this problem, it was never sent anywhere else. So when I went there to say, "What the hell? No one's getting their packages," it turns out they were all still there, and I found out what the problem was, and I said, "Okay," and I had to correct it, and yeah. So I've said this before, and people keep asking me, and then they're wondering why I'm not responding to the email. It's because I've already answered you in the email, and I've also answered people on the live. So, you know, that's why. And some people are getting mad, you know, but y'all know I'm not gonna like take your money and not send your stuff to you. You guys have to know that by now, you know. So there was an issue that we didn't know until people said they didn't get their packages, and I was like, "What do you mean you didn't get your package?" So, you know, then I had to go. It wasn't just one person. One person said, I said, "Okay, we'll probably still be there." But what happened was it made me go and look, and I couldn't even look it up by the tracking number. I'm like, what? So that made no sense. And then more people said they didn't get their package. And that's what made me go there and say, what the hell? Why can't I even look this up? So I ended up finding out what the issue was, and it was taken care of. So all your packages from that shipment are on its way to you. But I have packages here that people have purchased since then. So, and those are going out tomorrow. Y'all know I haven't even shown any crystals for like, I don't know, like a month. So, and I tend to ship twice a month, but this one obviously is going to be once a month because I haven't done anything. And a lot of people like to wait till their boxes or their packages full. And that's great. I don't mind doing shipping. It doesn't make, because you guys pay for your shipping. And if you guys want me to send the package out like every week, if you bought something, I'll do that. It's just cheaper the other way. And that's why we did it. And some people like it that way. But if some people don't, that's fine. You know, you just got to say so. Otherwise, it's going in the shipment with everybody else, you know? So, anyway, so that's, I'm answering because I'm seeing the question in the freaking chat thing here. Robbie said he's got your envelopes. Robbie only has one, Jennifer. He only got one. You said you sent two, but he said he only got one. And then what else was I saying? Trump's here. It got split by the bullet. I don't know. That's crazy. Gabe actually had my phone, and he was talking to someone who said Trump got shot. I was actually home, and I'm like, Trump got what? I didn't even believe him. Like, shut up, you know. So I went and I looked on YouTube. Like everybody was live with it. I'm like, what the hell? And I saw, you know, the whole thing, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, yes, the plates, the freaking plates, Diana. That's why yours is still here. Um, yeah. You know what's sad though? Okay, so all right, that's messed up. You know, um, it's just sick that it's gotten to political violence. You know what I mean? And I think it's really twisted how there's been a lot of people ever since the Supreme Court hearing that turn around and like, oh well, if Trump can get away with this, then Biden can take him out, Biden. I mean, we showed actually some actors saying that, take him out, and all of a sudden, like what, within 2 weeks, there's an attempt, to assassinate him, and that's exactly what it was, and it was an attempt to assassinate him. And if you watch the video, he is literally turned to his right, talking to the people towards the right side of him, which made it so that the shooter, that's why it grazed him. If he was looking straight ahead, it would have went right through the center of his head. He would have been dead. So I don't know how fortunate or lucky you would call that, but I mean, wow, But the sad thing is, like, you can hate Trump all you want, it's wrong, because if it was Biden, what it would have been okay, or what's the difference? It's sad. And now forget Trump for a moment. There were people sitting there. There's a man who's dead right now, you know and so there's someone else who's injured, and one man that we know has passed away instantly, you know and it, it it's really sad, you know and I know this isn't the same thing, but it kind of made me, and this is why it upsets me. It upsets me at the fact that the world is just like this. I mean, there's been assassinations on presidents before, and there's been attempts like on Reagan, and it's happened before, but it hasn't happened in a long time. And I remember when I was in 12th grade social studies, they had said that every 20 years a president has an assassination attempt on his life. I think it's more than that, but I think it's just the ones that we all know about, because I think that people try to do shit all the time and they just get stopped and we don't hear about it. But I remember them saying it was every 20 years. And I don't know if, I mean, Reagan was, yeah, that's like way past that. So it's been quite a while since an assassination or something that we've, heard about it. Um, Using a firearm to solve a difference is wrong, no matter what the difference is. Right, exactly. And I have to say, like, I heard, like, so I'm watching the video and I'm watching what went on, and you can clearly see that, like, by the third shot, or the third, you see Trump grab his ear and then go down, not go down because of his ear. I mean, he literally looked like he was going down because there was shooting going on, but he grabbed his ear. You could tell he got hit. And then there was one witness that said she didn't know if when he went down he fell and maybe hurt his ear. But he grabbed his ear before going down. And there's been people saying that, still the security team was a little slow to get on that. But, I mean, they got the shooter right away. But there's witnesses that saw this guy crawling on the roof and told police officers on the ground. So I don't know. It's messed up. But I feel bad for the family of the man who was killed and anyone who was injured. Because they're not there for that. You know what I mean? No one is. I mean, I don't think anybody's surprised that happened. But at the same time, especially those who were there, they didn't expect it to happen. Like, you're not expecting anything like that. You know what I mean? But after it's, it has already happened, you think, well, I'm not surprised. But it's terrible that it's gotten to political violence, And I will say this. I am not for Biden at all. I'm really, like, just upset that there's these two that we have to choose from. But I really do think that Biden's showing signs that he really shouldn't run. But I have to say that when Biden came on, I'm like, oh, great, here we go. What's going to happen now? It was a very short, if you saw it, it was very short. And he was going to call Donald Trump. And he said he's going to continue to try and get a hold of him. And he didn't mess up, fuck up, nothing. And it was short. And he was able to handle that. And he wasn't mean or anything like that. So, I mean, I was kind of like, oh God, why is he coming out? And he came out pretty quickly. So Um, that was pretty decent that he did that. So I'll say that. But yeah, it's like it's just upsetting, you know. So it's not just the fact that the political war and where we're at with things. It also, in a sense, okay. So to me, it was almost like we got like someone's trying to hurt our political peeps. You know what I mean? And whether it was Biden or Trump, and I had a little glimpse of that feeling. This is what's going to happen on 9/11 in New York because I know people are from New York and they may or may not have been there. They know people who were involved in stuff. But being a New Yorker, I just remember, and I was not involved, but I worked in Manhattan every night, you know, and just being a New Yorker and growing up there and living there and just seeing. But I was on Long Island, so technically I was like, well, actually, I was even further out when it actually happened. So I was literally probably like 45 minutes to an hour away from Manhattan at the time. And during this, and just seeing the fighter jets go overhead. And my other cousin, was actually in one of the buildings, and not one of the ones that went down, one of the other towers. And my uncle was supposed to have been in there that morning. I mean, there's a lot that had gone on. But my point is right now is just living there, being a New Yorker. It was and growing up there, I literally had the feeling, and I think a lot of Americans had this feeling, but I don't know if it's more true for not more true, but like I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. I just feel like we were personally attacked. You know what I mean? Like it was a gut wrenching, you know, and it was like the United States was attacked. We as a group were attacked, and that is in fact true. You know, and it's not that this attack on Trump is the same thing, but you still get the kind of that, oh my God, like they went for the president. You know what I mean? Like you still feel that like you're trying to take out. I know he's not president now, but he's still, you know, former president. It's still like that gut wrenching. Oh my God, how could you do that? You know, I mean, I don't know. Does that make sense to anybody? Am I getting it out the right way? It bums me out. It really bums me out, and it's just sad. It's really sad. 9/11 was so different, guys. So don't like get me wrong. I'm just trying to say a little bit of the same like taken back feeling, like you just felt like a uh, you know? I don't know. It's crazy to me. And it would have been the same way if it was Biden. You know, it just felt like someone's trying to hurt the guy who's controlling or supposedly controlling. But watching your backs, you know, you're a United States student. I know it was someone from here, so they actually said it was a Chinese national. I'm like, where'd they get that from? Because the image I saw of this guy's face, and I don't even know if it's him either. They got a whole bunch of shit flying around right now. But that guy was not Chinese, but I don't know if it was a Chinese national or not. 911, I had friends in the Pentagon. Oh, man. There's so many people I know that should have been at work. Like, my uncle should have been, he had a meeting that morning, and he usually goes in the morning and goes up to a restaurant or something, which is on one of the top floors, and or he'll go and get breakfast and hang out there, and then go to his meeting. But this one person he had to meet, he didn't like her, so he wasn't exactly thrilled about going. So he kind of went, you know, when he was supposed to, and he wasn't there. But had he have gone to one of his meetings that he normally would go, he would have been there. And then there was like friends of mine that was supposed to be at work, but something stopped them from going, like running late. Another person was at the gym. My cousin was there, but he was in a different building. Um, but just so many people that I know other people, and then like my sister's friend was a firefighter who passed away. So there's, you know, if you didn't know people directly in the towers, you knew the people that were trying to come and rescue, the firefighters and stuff. And It's just sad. But even if you didn't, like I know Kendra knows people that were 9/11, and just watching how everybody was, and no, New Yorkers are supposedly blunt and sarcastic, and they don't seem to like kind of have feelings. I guess I don't know. Uh, but when that happened, man, people just came together. It was like didn't matter what race you were or color of your skin. Nothing. It's like you need socks, you need food, you need this, you need that. So many people threw things together, was taking it to Manhattan if they can get it there because they were, a lot of it was blocked off and trying to. I mean, so many people just together. They just came together. They really did, and I'll never forget. And I thank God. It was just sad. I think between that and my father passing away, because 9/11 happened before my father passed away. But 9/11 was the first thing that really like showed me like we're not invincible on a bigger scale, you know? Like we can get attacked at any time. We just did. And then my father's passing literally let me know like me, like our person, we are not invincible to anything. It doesn't matter. It's not an attack on our country, but we're not invincible. And that was very scary. But let me read some of this chat because I've been babbling. What if Biden government behind this attempt on Trump or personal? Um, I don't know. That's been thrown out there. There's also been things like, oh, it was fake blood. It was fake. It was a false flag or whatever they call it. I'm like, dude, that was somebody's dead. There's a man. Is not. This was not fake. What is it like? What do they call that? Damage. No, people are crazy. That was real. How it's true the fact that we have more people in jail than our military now. It's crazy. He was on some. Who was? Wait, I'm reading backwards. I'm going from the bottom up. Who was on what? Oh, it was, uh, yeah. Isn't that crazy? Thank you, collateral damage. So if that was fake, then this man and his whole family, like, and another person who's injured, I don't know what their injuries are, how bad it is, but yeah, no, come on. Oh yeah, they did. They said it was fake. That it was fake blood. I was like, come on now, this is ridiculous. That was real. That there's a man dead laying on a roof. They even showed you could see that there's a body there. That was the shooter. So I'm sure they're gonna find out quickly somewhere, or they might already now. No, I don't know. Well, yeah. If you watch the video, Trump was freaking shaking. Yeah, he was shaking. Well, he did get hit. It was short and hurt, but at that moment, but he still stood up, and he even told because they were trying to block him even as he's standing because he's not exactly short. They were still trying to put their hands over his head, covering his head and everything. And he was like, "Hold up!" Well, first he wanted his shoes. How his shoes got off, I don't know, or maybe he took them off to stand there. Who knows? But he wanted his shoes, and I mean, he literally stood there, and was like, "No, fight!" Put his fist up, was like, "Fight!" And that's just showing strength, you know. And in that moment, it's like, wow, that guy had blood all over his shirt trying to save the guy who's Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I saw that later. I didn't see that right away. I saw it like a little bit before I went live. I was like, oh my god, that was crazy. Yeah, he was yelling, fight, fight. You know, that's what he's been doing. He's been fighting, everything, you know, and you can't even deny that. He's been fighting Congress. He's been fighting the Democrats. He's been fighting these cases against him. He's been fighting, and now they're trying to kill him. So yeah, and he's still just grazed with a damn bullet, which he could have been dead. Seriously, if he was looking straight ahead, that bullet would have went right through the middle of his head. And he's still standing there saying fight. I was like, determined. You know, that's sad, and I'm definitely sure it shook him up. Especially someone with an ego like him. You know, everything has ever happened to him in his life, he's never been shot before. You know, I wonder what the latest news on Trump about his GSW. Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Hang on. Let's do that. I can just look for a second. Yeah, they're now showing us all the bloody pictures of his side of his head. And some people are thinking like, oh, big deal. That his ear got grazed. I'm like, oh my god, really? You know? And believe it or not, this is an attempted assassination on a former president and the candidate for president. So this is historical news. Um, the one thing that was really weird was like certain channels, because certain people don't, like talking about Trump. They're saying that Secret Service had to go and help Trump because he fell at his rally. I'm like, what? He did not fall. You can clearly see. I mean, wow. Like, dang, man. But the other people that are really like telling the news, they're like giving it. They're really giving it. And a lot of Democrats have actually jumped up on the panels. And one of them I know is Megyn Kelly. And they were talking, and even he was just like, "This is ridiculous," you know. And I think there's a lot of Democrats that are really bummed out about the actions, the far left and the far right. I mean, everybody's pissed off because normally like people my mom's age or like even like our age, Gabe, like we don't act like that when it came to political stuff. Whether you disagree or you agree, you don't get violent like that. But you got the far left and the far right, and I'll be honest with you, I mainly see the far left doing crazy stuff. But you know, I don't know. It's crazy. Do I think Biden had something to do with it? Um, well, I don't think the shooter was a Republican, but who knows? I'm sure Republicans hate him too. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out eventually because they're going to investigate who that guy was. So, but it is just weird how the person, let's just say it's just some guy that didn't care and he just doesn't like Trump and he's not part of any group or something that said go do this, and he just felt he needed to do it for the sake of the United States or something. I don't know. Um, there's been talk about doing it. You know, maybe he wanted to be a martyr. Maybe who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But they'll never find out that it came from the Democratic Party, like directly. They'll never find that out. Although they've been sloppy lately, so I don't know. It's his last name. She knows. What do you mean? Why I didn't know? What do you mean? It could have been so much worse. Thank God it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, whether you like him or not, still, he is really trying to help the country, whether you believe in his policies or not. Um, he is a businessman. Yeah, he's cocky. Yeah, he's got a huge freaking ego. Um, but he's still like he's a man. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a grandfather. Like, you know, he doesn't have to be doing what he's doing. He could be out on a yacht, retired and relaxing. I just think that that Biden, it was Joe Biden. Oh, yeah, yes. No matter who he was or what he was thinking, he opened up a whole new can of worms. Oh yeah. Now they're saying that this could actually help Trump's um, win something. I don't know. Hey Ford, how are ya? I don't know. I just, regardless whether it was Trump or Biden, um, I just think it's really sad that people are actually trying to assassinate the former or current or possible current president. Hey Duloc, what up? What up? That's pretty fucking sad that the world's come to this going on. I actually had to call, by the way, guys. Marsha, if you're still here, I actually had to call the post office to tell them to deliver my mail to the house because I cannot find a lady with, who wants the stick she gave me. What's going on over there in Barbland? Olaf had a premiere this afternoon too that I was seeing, and God, it was about Harry. I'm like, oh man, what have you done now? So apparently there's some crazy stuff that's gone on, but I don't know. 16, 20, and 24 elections will go down in history of being the worst presidential elections in history. Probably. I have to agree with you there. He's not hurting our country with this trying, so why do my state? Why not that many? Just trying to help America with nothing. He does care. I believe he does care. Um, I have to say I'm more on the Trump side than Biden, but I'm not really choosing sides. I can see, you know, Dem side and Republican side. Shit, for the most part, we were Democrats, you know. Um, but we're just neutral now. But I don't like what's happened. I feel bad for Biden, honestly, because uh I think he's pushed into the position that he's in, and I think he's got an ego too. Don't want to leave. So, um, Monica, I have to see. I'm doing it all tomorrow, and there are open bags here. It's just if there's one for you, and then there would be a shipping charge, I believe. So I have to look. The other envelopes should be there today. I'm gonna. You don't know when Robbie. Robbie goes to his post office box on Thursdays or Fridays, general. Most of the time Fridays, but it all depends on what's happening. So, yeah. Where's Tori and Marsha? They were in here. I didn't see them say anything. Are you ladies still here? Yeah, I didn't like. See, that's the other thing. Like coming off the debate that night. Hey, I thought you left. Um, Coming off the debate that night when you had to help him down the stairs. Okay, I mean I get his age. That's fine. But like the way she treated him was like you answered all the questions. You like she just treated him like a kid, And it's like, what is going on? But they said he had a cold and he was a little more with it the next interview that he had, but then he messed up a couple things on that too. So I don't know. I just feel like he's being based on what they say he's saying is that he is adamant he's staying in the race the whole 9 yards. But even like the news channels that are like for Biden, the Democratic Party, are literally saying that the Dems want him out. But then, like they'll say like he's got 48 hours to decide this or that, and he's like, then they'll go to stuff that Biden's saying in the speeches, and it doesn't even sound like any of that's going on. I'm like, what the hell are all of you talking about? It's just like a whole bunch of hoopla. I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe any of it. I believe what I see. And what I saw today is that the former president, and it could have been Clinton, it could have been, well, he wouldn't have been there if they were, not a candidate right now, but just saying. Clinton does speeches and stuff, but nobody really would probably try to assassinate him these days. But it could have been any former president, and that's still fucked up, you know? They didn't try to assassinate him like on his way to the car or walking around here. He was literally giving a speech live on television, and they tried to murder him right there so everybody see it. I mean, that's same old lies, different day. Yep, fucked up. If I owe you some, okay, Monica. I don't think you do, but I'll check. But I think you sent something extra, so I gotta check that. Who's saying right? Next. Yeah, everybody is covering it. And it's like, we want to be like a little newsy and get more people. And I just thought we needed to cover, at least talk about it. And, but, yeah. So I wanted to come on earlier, but he has Alzheimer's dementia. There was a doctor that was live, but I don't know who the doctor is. And he was talking about there's like 5 different things that could be going on, and some of them at the same time. Who knows? We're not there, and they're not going to be honest with us and tell us the truth. And they wouldn't do it for Trump either. So, I mean, the thing is, though, people don't realize there are certain things let's just say something is going on with him, and, someone's kind of behind the scenes helping or doing something. There are certain things that you can't let become public. And the only reason why would be because it's not just the public as far as, the American citizens watching, the world watches. And they normally cannot show a weakness in the leader of the free world, basically, which is what they're doing. And that's why it's all jump around. But they're really supposed to, if there's something going on, and it could be anything, maybe not even health-wise, but they're really not supposed to let certain things that would affect leadership become such public knowledge to where the whole world sees it, because they don't want to appear like they're down. You know what I mean? Like they're weak. And that I know that's part of what they're doing. So they owe it to the American people, yes. At this point, yes, for sure. But there are certain things at certain times that the public cannot know because of those reasons. Um, and there's many reasons for that. So I'm not really saying this the way I want to. But there's several things that could happen where they can't tell the public because of the world we're in. What those are, I can't tell you. They vary. We were taught that years ago. But with what's happening right now, they can't hide it. That you die from it, they die from the effects of it. Good night, Phil. I hope you feel better. My father had it. What are we talking about? Oh, Alzheimer's or dementia? According to the doctors, not just sugar coated, otherwise it ruins the chances of being a candidate. It's right, it does ruin the chances of being a candidate, but it also lets the world see that, the leader of the free world is weak, and which is already out there. I mean, it's too late. It's too late. It really is. But he's showing all the signs of Alzheimer's, especially once they have them somehow. He has mental changes in the evening. Sundowners, all the forgetfulness. Yeah. My grandfather had Alzheimer's, but I wasn't around him while it was going on, so I don't have experience, personal experience. They're having a press conference now. Who is? The White House? Let's see. Hold, please. Uh, who's having a press conference, Jennifer? Yep, there's Fox News. Um, hold on, I'll pull it up here. It's Fox. All right, let's pull up Fox News. Let's see. I'm guessing it's live. Saturday Night Special. No, that's somebody covering it. Gosh. Live now from Fox. Fox News. Let's see. Oh,
figure that out. So we'll wait till we have more definitive
can
information
y'all hear
on
it?
that investigative.
Amen. What, Marsha?
My understanding was it was from the shooter, but again, those will be details that are
You
released.
guys can't hear it?
So if that's where the leads take us, absolutely. I don't have that specific information as far as the
It's
injuries.
low. All right, hold on.
Again, the information that we currently have,
Can you hear it?
we're looking at that obviously very intently. And as we know that information, we'll release that as well. So we'll need to plan another time for a follow-up press conference. We're looking at all investigative leads and all everything from, and that's why we asked the public, because I'm sure there'll be cell phone video, there'll be all kinds of information that we'll use to fully flesh out exactly what happened.
I know you're saying you can't say what type of gun it is, but do you know how many shots were fired?
I don't.
And
Uh,
I don't have that information as far as that'll come out in the investigation as well.
Is there an identification tonight on the other
As far as the civilians,
civilians that were injured?
Yeah.
So we do have identification on those. We're not prepared to release it at this time. We have notified a number of family members, but they have not had an opportunity to notify extended family and things. I would confirm for you that we did have one individual killed. I know I heard somebody say about 2 victims. There were 3 in total besides the former president. So 2 critically wounded, 1 killed.
At this point, do you know if they were sitting near each other and where in relation to the former president?
I don't have their exact seating by individual. Again, that'll all be part of the investigation, but their shots were scattered somewhat, and so they weren't just into one particular location.
you're saying just one fatality as of right now?
Yes,
The shooter and one.
the shooter plus 1 fatality.
Did you get a chance yet?
So there was 1 victim of the shooter was killed, and then the shooter was killed. Yes.
Wow.
I've heard those reports as well, and again, we do have a good idea of what the weapon was, but again, that's all part of the ongoing investigation. And I'm not trying to be cagey about that. Uh, when the SAC talked about the need to be very methodical and to be cautious with that scene, uh, we are doing just that. We don't want anybody else getting hurt. And candidly, there are some concerns that we'll be able to talk more about later on about just what those concerns are and continue to be.
Why would
Would
you
you like
set
to
up?
talk to the shooter's family then?
That's all part of the investigation.
Are you wondering if there's any threats in response to the jury, if there's any threats?
That's certainly a concern, and we're monitoring that whole situation. I mentioned that we're bringing a lot of assets to bear, and so like the FBI utilizing their analysts, we also have the Pennsylvania Criminal Intelligence Center. We will utilize the resources of our intelligence division and the Criminal Intelligence Center to be able to monitor for concerns about any threats, regardless of the side of the issue or the political spectrum. We want to make sure that we try and avoid any further violence. No, sir.
If I may, can you say anything about the other folks who were injured or killed? Were they adults, men, male, female, anything at all?
They were adults, and they're male.
All three.
Yes.
How difficult of a day is this for your department though, or all your departments with phone talk? These family members, including the civilians who were gunned down while they just went to a rally to try and, celebrate against their election. What are those conversations like and how do you kind of do that?
We have trained investigators, and we're partnered hand in hand with the FBI, again, because we've got some federal violations, some state violations. And so our investigators are going out methodically. We have a large team of investigators. They're going out, dividing up these interviews and trying to conduct them as quickly as possible. And then there'll be follow-ups. With the FBI asking for people to call in tips, I have no doubt that we will receive a lot of additional information that will also require follow-up. But again, we're working very well together, and it's only a short matter of time until we get through all of those interviews.
Colonel, from your experience, how close a call was it for President Trump?
There were no police hit with bullets.
From your
And-
experience, how close a call was it for President
I'm not going to speculate or comment on.
Have any of
In
you-
Butler, Pennsylvania, Lisa.
Do you have any kind of reaction?
No.
Which law enforcement agencies were securing the particular rally outside of the state?
Well, Secret Service always has the lead on securing something like this, but then they work very closely. And I hate to use the word routine, but it is a fairly routine matter
20-year-old
for
shooter.
all of
Wow.
our agencies to work jointly with the Secret Service, and it really depends on the venue, on what information is out there, what number of resources are devoted to it, and we work with them to provide whatever is requested by the Secret Service, but they're the lead in that security.
Was there anything about this venue that made it particularly difficult to secure?
I would defer to the Secret Service to answer that. They would have done the initial assessment. It's my understanding that was outside of the perimeter.
Outside of the
I'm not going to
perimeter,
comment on anything about
you
that.
got a roof that's directly, facing. I don't know.
Not that I'm aware of.
If Trump had been the nominee already, would he have had additional security?
There again, Secret Service has the lead, and I'm not going to comment or speculate on what may or may not be provided at any given point.
They're already
depending
trying
on
to blame
status
Secret Service on this.
as a candidate. What I will tell you is that, in my experience, the Secret Service does an excellent job of maintaining security on protectees. They're very cautious. They don't hesitate to ask for resources, and candidly, we don't hesitate to supply those resources.
Hi, Sandra. There's also
I
a thing
think
about
the videos and
um,
photos would be very helpful.
funding
And
for
I think
Trump
that once the
security
shooter is
being
identified, anyone that
not
has
dropped
specific
but lessened.
information on that shooter, that would be very
So
helpful
that's
as
going to
well
come into
to
question.
help us assess motive. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we are absolutely not taking for granted that this was a lone wolf attack. And so we would be looking for any additional information that might point us toward anybody else that may have had a hand in this.
We're just
Sir, at this
beginning the
point, what
political
is the main
season.
focus of the investigation? What's the most important thing for you right now, if you are?
Well, there's not any one single focus. I mean, certainly the immediate focus was life safety, getting the former president out of there and to care, getting care to the other victims, and trying to secure the scene as quickly as possible. It shifted then from a life safety priority to then an investigative priority. And so I guess if I had to point to where we are right now, the single greatest priority would be to identifying a motive and whether there was anyone else involved.
We're just beginning the political season. Are you guys concerned with all of these rallies that happen and how they're set up? Is this gonna change maybe the venues?
Again, I would refer you to the Secret Service in terms of what they work out with the campaigns. We will continue to supply resources, as I'm sure the FBI will, and the local partners as well.
When this was announced, it was like gave a heads up that people get ready for this Trump rally from a law enforcement perspective. When you announce an event like this, all that time in advance and leaked out, does it give people more time to plan something like this?
I suppose, but there's a balance, I would think, that any of the campaigns on either side try to weigh. I mean,
Right.
the point of them
Yeah,
announcing,
Jennifer.
I
I mean,
suspect,
I'm
is
just
because they want
just
the
watching
rally.
other stuff earlier
And
in the
so it's not up
commentary.
to us, law
Uh,
enforcement, to tell them
they're
when they should
trying to
announce or how
say
they
that there
should
should have
announce
been
or
more
how they
Secret
should
Service there,
objectively offer our best
and
advice. Again, working
I mean, as
hand
far
in
as
hand
when
with
it
the Secret
happened, they
Service
all
to get
jumped
best
on him and
advice
hovered over him.
of how
So
best to
the
secure him.
people around him
Sir, considering
did
how
good,
how
but
many people were
who
there,
knows
and you
what
have
they
packed in
surveyed?
there, and you have
You know
somebody at an
how
elevated position
surveillance
with
they did on
potentially
the
a
president.
high-powered rifle, how lucky is it that we were only talking about a couple victims? As sad and tragic as that is.
Well, we're certainly
Yeah,
grateful that we don't have even
but
more
they
victims.
can't
But
because
again,
it
in
is the
terms
former
of how
president.
this could have
It is
occurred,
an
I will be part of
investigation.
the
It does
satisfaction
involve the
report
FBI and
an
Secret Service.
investigation that
So, like,
occurs
they got to
so that we
make
can
sure, like, right.
hopefully
This is
ensure
like
something like this
a
doesn't
major
happen.
investigation that they got to make sure it doesn't get fucked up.
It has not been conducted.
So they don't want anything being
I do
leaked
not.
out that they don't know for sure. Right? That's what I'm saying, Tori. They said that
We have the
before.
1-800 call FBI if you have audio tips, and then
Right, so this
we
is
set
back
up
from the
a
FBI.
specific tip line for audio and video, and that's
If there's a roof that is
FBI.gov/public.
visible to see Trump, that should
Anything
have
that anyone
definitely
has
been,
that is related to
surveyed.
this incident that they think may be of assistance investigatively, we'll take anything and we'll analyze it and we'll make a determination if it's of investigative value.
Can you tell us what the
Go ahead.
So from what you can read, it sounds like law enforcement only knew he was up there until shots were fired.
Yeah.
Is that what you're hearing?
So that is the assessment this time. That
So
Well, that's just it. How's the investigation gonna go? I mean, I don't think we'll get the truth out of it. If they find out this kid who may not even be a kid, they're just
we're
saying he's
still
20
working
years old.
through
Who
the
knows?
security apparatus that the Secret Service had in place.
You never know if you're
What
gonna get the
potentially
truth.
happened. There's going to be a long investigation.
What you do know is
exactly what
someone
took place and how the
shot
individual
Trump
was able to get
and
access
killed
to the location,
a man
what type of
and
weapon he
injured
had.
two other
All
men.
that it is really days.
That's
weeks,
what you
months
know.
of investigation. It is surprising, but again, to get the truth, all the details of that will come out later in investigation.
The problem is they already have people that were there that saw this guy climbing the building and then hopping from one building to another, apparently.
Again, the Secret Service really
So
needs to
why were they
answer that
able to see?
question.
They said they went and told
They
people,
conduct
but
the initial site survey.
you know,
They do the initial
they
security
should have seen
assessments.
him and stopped him
Determine
immediately
where
because
the
apparently once
security
the shooting
locations should
started
be,
going,
and they're the
there was
ones
a
who are in
sniper
charge of securing the scene.
for Trump
We, along
or
with other state
Secret
and
Service,
local assets,
he shot
are
him
there
right
to
down.
support the Secret Service.
Knew exactly where it came from, and shot him down. So well, I don't understand. They had to have known where it was. I mean,
I
there were
don't have the
people sitting
specific
right there that
numbers.
thought that the shots came from behind the bleachers.
No, I can speak just for PSP.
So,
We had
then again,
physically
yeah,
on
they may
site
not
there,
be used to
probably 30
hearing
to 40
gunshots
members
going
of
off.
PSP,
I don't know.
but we also have additional
Who
resources
was
in the
that guy who
area.
threatened Trump the
We
other day on
utilize
Twitter? I don't
aviation,
know.
for example, and a variety of other resources, dogs to sweep beforehand that really aren't counted in that. And again, the number is driven by what the request is from the Secret Service.
To take him down.
Just, in their defense,
Oh,
what I would want to say is
I don't know who
it's
the guy
incredibly
was.
difficult to have a
There was a
venue
couple
open
of
to the
people that
public
said it, and there was
and to
one
secure
actress that
against
was on.
any possible
Oh my
threat.
God, I
It's a
forget her
very
name again.
determined attacker.
She was on
That's
Orange
a
Is
huge
the New
lift
Black.
to try and do it. And again,
You could actually
the
look up.
investigation
How did I even
really
search it?
give us
Because
an
I forgot her
opportunity to
name,
look at
and I searched
where any
it. I
failures
found it.
occurred and what can be done better in the future.
There's a lot of people that said that. See, I've never heard people saying that
We don't have one
against,
scheduled, but I would tell you we will.
Biden, but apparently they
likely
have
give
been. I've
plenty
just
of
never
notice.
seen that.
Certainly,
That I saw.
as soon as additional things develop
You
that
know.
would be noteworthy
It
or
has
of interest to you,
been-
we'll get that scheduled.
We're told that only made four around the way. Yeah, you know what? That is true too, because they said
Again,
they
the
were on their
interviews
way
will
to
all be
hear
occurring so
Trump,
they may see.
and it was literally
from
only
their
like
communities.
minutes
People came
from him
a
starting
wide
that
area
happened.
to come to this
So
rally.
the people
So,
that were outside
weather's gonna be
of the
volatile
actual
and,
event,
panning
and
out.
they would get
And,
walking
and
to
as,
get
as
closer to
additional
it.
calls,
Um,
photos, videos
It
come in,
literally happened. Like, so if
those
they
additional
saw
interviews
him
will
climbing the
result
building,
in
if they were up there and saw him, it was literally
conducting
just
those interviews. But
minutes. I
otherwise,
mean, they
we
may
will
not have been able to
see any
get
other
to wherever they
significant
needed to
activity.
in time.
Confirm whether it's a male or female homicide.
So I don't know if it's the fact that they didn't
That's
listen,
me.
or it's just that, if they were, let's just say, you got the Secret Service right around Trump, covering Trump. They're all around that whole bleacher area. There's undercover people in there too. There's military people there as well. And you have like the local police that's doing like the security on the outside too, or even listening to Secret Service, and them
Again,
being
what I would say
told
is
what
it's a
they want them
tragic
to cover in
incident
certain
that
areas
occurred.
and stuff like that.
Um,
So they
we're
had to
not
like
in a
inform
position to
someone,
start second
which may be
guessing
the
how,
reason why the
anything
sniper
else to
from
this point.
like where
Just
Trump
know that we'll
was
be thoroughly
able to know
investigating.
exactly where he was and shoot him down,
If there is anyone to prosecute,
because it got
that
to
will
them,
be
and
done,
I don't know.
and we'll move forward. But I don't have a good answer for you.
We'll just take one last question.
No. Well, they said they saw him crawling up the building, climbing the building. At first, they said it was a water tower, but then one of the witnesses said one said they saw him climb the building and hop from one building to another,
No.
and then another witness
No, there
said
was
they
no
saw him up
additional
there.
request for security that was ever denied
So,
by. So we showed up after the fact. We were monitoring the event, but it was once the incident occurred that we come and we take the primary jurisdiction for the investigation. Thank you. We'll as we have additional information, we'll provide it. Thank you.
so no FBI was there. He set up after the fact, which I guess would be normal, but for a former president.
Great work, everybody.
All right, let's remove. Stop sharing. So yeah, crazy, huh? What a crazy day. Think they want fame for themselves. I don't know. It's hard to say. This is only a couple hours in. They're gonna have tons of shit that they say about this for the next week, at least. Tomorrow's gonna be a whole different ball game. I just like, it's sad. Now this is political violence at its finest. So I mean, And it just sucks that they're taking it so far. They want Trump out, but they killed a man and they critically injured two other men. I mean, it's terrible. Terrible. And for what? Trump's still alive, so you failed, but yet you killed an innocent man and injured two other men. Oops. Okay. Every time I stop sharing something, I forget to stop the other video and it just goes in and starts playing. See, I told you guys, that's how I end up seeing Jeremy's videos all the time. I'll be watching something and then, I don't know, his video will just pop up. This wasn't Germ, but that's how I end up seeing a lot of the shit. If that was the case, why didn't they video the guy going up the side? I don't, why didn't the witnesses? I don't know. I don't know. Good question. Good question. I know. They can plant people anywhere to be witnesses and whatnot. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see who this shooter turns out to be. You know, I guess all we know now is he's a 20-year-old. They didn't say from where. They didn't say anything. Unless they actually have pictures up somewhere, which I haven't seen since I've been live. I didn't see it before that. But let's see. I don't think they're showing. Man, it's on every Trump shot. President Trump shot assassination. Nephew's neck was grazed at Trump rally. Ooh. Trump survives assassination attempt. As a witness. Yeah, it's messed up. Messed up. Seeing our political parties done with. I know. But that's their whole, like, for some reason, I don't know if it's since Obama or I guess since Obama, but I only noticed it with Biden and Trump. Like the whole divide, like they just tried dividing everything. Now they're trying to divide men and women. I mean, like, you know, they're dividing, uh, they're dividing every which way they can. You know, will we ever know the truth about it? I don't know. Who knows? The fact that he didn't die, I mean, how long? It's not going to be like the Kennedy assassination or Reagan. You know what I mean? Reagan was seriously injured in his assassination. I don't know what Trump. I don't know if the bullet went through his ear. Somebody said it went through his ear, which again, he's definitely lucky it didn't go in his head. But someone say he grazed it, but they didn't know at the time. All they saw was a bunch of blood. But it wasn't like one witness, like it wasn't gushing blood. My God. But you saw him feel that. It was like pop, pop, pop. Like the second or third one, he went and grabbed his ear and then ducked down. Yeah, someone said it split his ear. A lot of people are saying it grazed his ear. But if you look and you actually watch it, you know, he talks straight in front of him, but he also talks and turns to the right or to the left to the people when, you know, he's talking, you know what I mean? And he was actually turned to his right. So him being turned to his right, or he had already kind of been turned when the first pop happened. So he had turned to his right, and then there was a bunch of, like, I want to say 4 to 5 shots that went off. And it grazed his ear and then he went a couple places, obviously, the officer said. But had he been looking straight ahead, grazing his ear, it would have literally went through his head. He would be dead right now. had he not been looking to his right. Messed up. That I mean, messed up. And I just can't believe it. And like I said, whether it was Trump or Biden, the fact that I feel like it's an attack on the country. You know, I do feel that way, and that's what I mean when I said to me it's like that same like uh, similar, not same, sorry, similar like feeling, about the United States being attacked. I felt somewhat similar to that. It is. It's scary, very unpredictable, and we are not invincible. I can tell you that we are not. We're not as a country, nation, as citizens. We are not invincible, and that goes with anything, crime, health. We're just not invincible. You know, you got to live your best life. Stay positive. Be strong as you can. You know. That's why I thought it was. I did think it was cool that like when this happened, he stood up and was like showed his fist like strength. You know what I mean? I did think that was cool. He stood up and was gonna tough it out. He was being strong. um, you felt weird all day too. Yeah, sad for some reason. I just it's then you had two celebrities pass away too today. Just a weird day, you know, and it's really weird. I don't know. Tori, are you still working on a bag or something? I don't know what you were doing before I was in there, but I left. She's so quiet when she just. I'm so used to hearing her talk because like we were talking all night during the what's it called during Robbie's live. How about all that stuff last night, guys? I was telling on the how I thought. Um, he had a lot of good stuff last night, and I got some crackled foots. Mm-hmm. On a stand. Thank you, Tori. Yeah, I had been on earlier, as you saw, and I came on. I told you I was going to go live later, and then that's when Kendra popped on. Yeah, Tori bought me crackled quartz. Oh my god, I love crackled quartz. I have blue, like a blue small tower, and I have a blue sphere, and I love it. But I really like the purple one, like the ones that Kendra had. No, on a stick. No, that was on a stand. Chicky Chee. What did you miss? Um, Lots of stuff happened today. What saved me last night was a lot of the balls I had already got, and the wonderful MZ and Anonymous. Yeah, I was worried for you there, Diane. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, torture. He's torturing her. Yeah. You fell asleep, woke up at the very end. What's up, Tricky Chick? Please get sleep. Have a great night off. Good night, Marsha. Tomorrow's Sunday. I might be going to Robbie's tomorrow. Might be. If not tomorrow, I'm going Wednesday. Well, depending on what he's doing Wednesday. Robbie might be taking the day off tomorrow. Find that out tomorrow. What time is it? 12:30. Did you get your birthday off? Not yet. I will. I'll be going there. I haven't been there. I told you guys why with the truck and stuff. I was supposed to possibly go tomorrow, but Robbie's been working really hard this week, so he might take a relaxing day tomorrow. So that changed everything. But David already made plans, so we may not go tomorrow. And it was said if we don't go tomorrow, Wednesday. But then it's going to be like, well, what's Robbie's plan for Wednesday? So we're just waiting. I want to start the week over with different outcomes. Please, the race is over. But you know what? A new week is coming. Positive vibes. Stay positive. I don't know what happened that you were upset about earlier, Diana. Because I was in and out of Tori's chat, but I know you were upset about something. And I said, scream. I knew Rufus was a lemur. He's badass. He's awesome. He's awesome. And the new lemur, too. I'm like, well, they're both new. um, but the black and white is super cool. Super, super, super. No, toilet water. Ooh. Oh. Oh, no. Now I get it. Yikes. I'm sorry. Gotta go soon. Gotta shower now my hair. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're both really cute. Um, Rufus will take a little bit of time, but hopefully he'll be more like the other lemur, black and white. Black and white. I can't wait to get there. So this one will just jump into my lap. I cannot wait to get there. And if he's got hands like Jupes, I'm gonna melt because Jupes has got the softest hands. You don't think they're so soft, but they are. They're, oh my god, dying. I can't wait to get there. But I think it should be Jagger or Jax. I think it should be something with a J because he's gonna be in there with Jupes, and yes, Zabu can make babies with Jupes too. But I just have a feeling that this one's gonna be the daddy over there, and Crayola thinks so too. Crayola's the one who told me that. So I think it should be Jagger or Jax. But I know you guys like different. I like Oreo, but Oreo is like cute, right? And I just think because he's going to be a little bit of a daddy, he's all cute and everything now, and he's fun, and he looks a little hyper, but tameable because Robbie's got him tamed. I just think he's going to need more of a, like a manly name. Not that Jagger's it, but just a little bit more manlier than Oreo. You know, Socks. Crazy Juice will probably beat him up too. Call him Studs. There you go. How did he end up with Rufus again? I'll let Robbie tell you that, but his name is Rufus. That's not going anywhere. Um, Rufus, but like I said, when I hear Rufus, I think Shaka Khan. You know, I like the ringtails better. Yeah, they're cute too. But I want to play with them. Like I want to play with them. And this new black and white one seems like he's gonna be playable. You know, I thought Zabu would be like that, but Zabu just. Mm-mm. Jupes is a sweetheart though. I just don't know if like she'll be able to be playful with everybody, But she's sweet on everybody when they go to pet her and stuff like that. Um, when you go to Robbie's, can you bring me nice stuff there, please? And you have stuff there for my. Of course, Chris. I have a big ass heavy bag that's going to Robbie's. I just said, Chicky, it could be tomorrow, but now I'm thinking no, and if not Wednesday. Because Robbie does the market on Mondays. Gabe already has stuff that he's working on Monday, so He kind of has the schedule done for Monday. Um, and probably Tuesday because he said Wednesday. So Zipper from the new lemur. No, but we gotta when he posts, I think he said he's gonna post it tomorrow. So look for either on the community page or Instagram. I'm not sure where he said he was gonna put it. I don't remember, but he's gonna post a picture of the new black and white baby lemur, and everybody's gonna have to like put in the names that they like, and then Michelle, Cass, and Piper are gonna pick out of those names what they like the best. And I think Robbie and Z are gonna choose from the ones that Michelle, Piper, and Cass like. So I really think we need to get Jagger or Jax, one of them in there. Aw, thanks, Chris. I'm sure I will. But yeah, no, it's been here. Trust me, waiting to go down. It's right there. I can see it. And it's heavy. um, but yeah. Well, maybe a warrior name would be good for him. Ooh, warrior. I think I typed it in the chat the other night. I like the Shin names like Christian, Sebastian, Tristan. Now I know in Legends of the Fall it was Tristan, but he was a warrior and he was a good character. So Tristan, I don't know. I think I like the Shin. But then I went, okay, let's look at male rock and roll guys. And then I was like, all right, Hendrix, Ozzy, Dylan, Jagger. And I kept on, I'm like, oh, Jagger sounds good. I like Jagger. So that's where it made me stick with that. Um, Warrior name. Or Jackson. I had a pit bull named Jackson. That's probably why I stayed away from that. But yeah, I still like Zubon, like Warren Zubon. That's cool. Zubon's a cool name. Ball. I still have to name my chameleons, guys, which I still need to pick up from Robbie. There's a lot going on in my trip down to Robbie's for this next trip. A lot of dropping off, a lot of picking up, a lot of stuff. I'm sure he's gonna make me pack some things, especially if we go on Wednesday. Um, yeah, I like that. How about Gator for the lemur name? Because he likes Gatorade. Um, we had cats named Jack and Jill. My mom was Jack and Joan. Iggy Pop. Ooh, Iggy. Um, Iggy. Does it look like an Iggy? I don't know. I don't know. I do see Jagger, man. It's just staying with me. I don't know why. I was looking at Elon for the lemur, Elon Musk. Do you know? Okay, I don't know if this is true or not, guys, but I think this is a joke. Honestly, I've seen a couple thumbnails in these. I've not clicked it because I just thought it was a joke. But in my feed on YouTube, I keep seeing that Trump's VP is going to be Elon Musk. I'm like, what? Cody's cool. I like the name Cody. I know. Tricky's like, what about Tricky? Tricky the lemur. Oh, trust me, we went and tried to have him do curl and crayon, but the problem is curl and crayon are ringtail lemurs. So Arnie, like Arnold, short Arnie, short for Arnold. I have a son-in-law named Cody. I like the name Cody. Ziggy, Ziggy's cool. Like Ziggy Stardust. Yeah, Ziggy's cool. I like Ziggy. Balboa. I see Balboa in him too. It's the black and white for some reason. I see Balboa. You know? Has a ring to it like Tricky the Lemur. um, oh, Ziggy Marley. Yeah, Ziggy could be cool. Well, when you see the picture, type it in. I don't know how many you guys can really do, but he didn't say there was a limit. So Type it in. I do. I would throw them all up there. I'm definitely throwing Jagger and Jax up there for sure. The ball. It's the name of a character on the TV FBI. I could see Balboa for an orangutan. I don't think Robbie likes orangutan. Well, I don't want to say that. It's not his choice of primate, I don't think. Or was it chimpanzee? It's one of them. Don't quote me. He loves it. Yeah, but I don't think it's one that he wants to get on the farm. Let's put it that way. Those are his fave. Well, then it's the chimpanzees. There's one that he definitely doesn't want on the farm, and I don't remember which one. That's why I said don't quote me, because I can't see him not liking any animal, honestly. But Bullwinkle, um, but he was talking about like chimps and stuff like that. Now, like just how they are like when they grow up and stuff like that, and that must be where I'm getting it from. So, like I said, don't quote me. Um, Bullwinkle. I used to watch that as a kid. The Late Late Show. It was Bullwinkle and Rocky. When is he posting? He said Sunday that he's gonna post it Sunday, and on Wednesday is when he was gonna show Michelle and Cass and Piper. You like stud? Well, if he's gonna be a stud, it's not a bad idea. He said he wouldn't have a chimp. There we go. Thank you. But he loves the monkey that Mario has. Oh yeah, Lambani. Yeah. But he did say that Lambani's getting of a certain age, and I like Jack Balboa and Arnie. Yeah. I don't know about Arnie. Just saying, just my opinion. Don't matter. Gus. Someone keeps saying Gus. I am not into Gus. They get difficult the older they get. Yeah. That's the one I couldn't spell the name. Which one, Hannah? Um, yeah. So he said he's posting it Sunday, Chris. And Wednesday, yeah, he'll have Michelle and Piper and Cass pick their favorite. Bullwinkle. I used to watch that because, like I told you guys, my dad used to work like 1:30 in the morning. I remember as a young kid that if I was awake, God, I can remember that big ass TV. Remember those TVs that were like they were humongous. The TV themselves, like the actual screen, wasn't, but it was encased in wood, and they were huge. And they're really, really, really heavy. Hey, Ann. Um, do you know what TVs I'm talking about? Like it was like it was like a dresser. Yeah, the consoles, but they were like huge, huge, heavy pieces of wood. I remember being in the living room and watching the TV like that, and it was Rocky and Bullwinkle on the Late Show. Shmoo? No, I don't remember Shmoo. But I used to watch that. I used to love Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. Dun, 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 dun. Coming through the tunnels. Dun, dun, dun. An Underdog. And, oh my God. Well, my favorite cartoon character is Bugs Bunny. So, Bugs is it. I love Bugs. Um, you know what's funny? When you go back and watch certain cartoons, like, they're really made for adults, a lot of them. And I know we have the ones now that are adult oriented, but like even Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse, yeah. Then there was Mighty Mouse. Here I come to save the day. Heckle and Jekyll. Um, Magilla Gorilla. That was later though for me. Roadrunner. Yeah, Roadrunner was cool. I loved all like the Looney Tunes. How much is that gorilla in the window? Pepe Le Pew. Yeah. Darling, your eyes are like pools of water. Um, Chili Willy. Who's Chili Willy? Oh, and I also Elmer Fudd. Yeah, I used to watch. I know, right, Kimberly? Um, I used to watch the new Zoo review, and apparently, when I was really small, I used to watch Zoom. My mom used to tell me that I used to dance around the house, sticking my arms up in the air, going Zoom, 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 Zoom. Foghorn Leghorn. I said, boy, why don't you come on over here and I'll teach you how to fly the aeroplane. Popeye. I me spinach, jump up on your shoulder. Oh, Shelley Duvall died the other day. I think it was yesterday. Did y'all see Popeye with Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall? That was really good, man. That was a good movie. I mean, the character, like, he played Popeye awesome. Um, I say, boy. Gosh, I haven't seen that in ages. You know, there's just certain movies you can watch all the time from way back when. Urban Cowboy is one of mine. I can just throw it on. I love Urban Cowboy, and I don't know why. I did not have a thing for John Travolta or anything. I do love the soundtrack though, and I'm not into like country music. So with Tom and Jerry, yep, yep. Um, we used to watch the New Zoo review. Like, they had Freddie the Frog, Henrietta Hippo, and then the other show I used to watch. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about this. The Magic Garden with the story box, and the Chuckle Patch, and I can't remember the girls' names. They had long hair and they had it in pigtails. They used to swing on swings. Paula and somebody else. Yes, it was awesome with Robin and Shelley. Yeah, I think I might go watch that just for the fun of it. Um, at some point. Expand your horizons, girl. What do you mean, Sylvester? Sherlock? Yeah, Jennifer. There you go. This girl. Oh my god. I used to watch that all the time. Gosh, man. And then of course you have the Saturday morning cartoons. Oh my god, the theme song for those things. Oh, don't like country music. Yeah, I was never big on country. I like country music that has more of a rock edge to it. Like I like Keith Urban. I like Shania Twain when she had Bob Rock producing her album, which she had basically had Def Leppard background vocals. Oh, I always watch the Flintstones. Yeah. Oh my god, I know. Kimberly plays like country music constantly. It's like there's nothing else but country music on. And I can't stand Beyonce. I think I only played once though. I like Shania's rock though. I like it when I don't like the country twang. The twang part of it throws me off. But there's certain songs like obviously the ones that became popular I like. You know, the one that made it to like, you know, top 40 stations. The Jetsons, yeah. I listened to country in the 80s. Hey, Dusty. I know it's a little more. Okay, I'll try again. And you okay? Hey, Leslie. What's wrong, Ann? Great space coaster, right aboard. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, let's fight time, no check. What? What happened? What's going on? Uh oh. What's happening? Punky Brewster. That was more my sister than me. Like, and then Fraggle Rock. That was my sister. Punky Brewster was like, I'm maybe like in between, I guess, my sister. But like, it was big when I was younger, maybe growing up. But I guess was Willis. What you do, Willis Arnold? Oh my God, different strokes and facts of life. You think the good, you think the bad, you think the both in there. Yeah. Um, Fraggle Rock was my sister, yeah, and Kendra. Oh my God, the Electric Company, Tori. Oh my God, that was my favorite show. Apparently, Zoom one was when I was little, but my favorite show was the Electric Company. Webster, that was I think was my sister too. Mr. Belvedere. I was kind of growing out of watching TV at that point. So I watched Welcome Back, Kotter. God, I'm like aging myself. Laverne and Shirley, I watched. Yep. Happy Days. It was Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days, Three's Company, and they had one, but then they changed it. It was too close for comfort. Zoom, Peel. Oh my God. Sorry. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh my God. That's great. Felix Unger. Oh, the Odd Couple. Yeah, what's the Odd Couple? The Honeymooners. That's awesome, Tori. I gotta highlight that. That's awesome. Um, when I was a kid, we only had a black and white TV, so cartoons and movies looked the same. 90210. Now 90210, I was already like out in Los Angeles doing shows and stuff. That was my sister, but I did follow it. I have to say, I did follow it. And Melrose Place. Um, Lands of the Lost. Yep. Alf was more my sister. I didn't have black and white TV. I love Lucy. I watched all the time because they still had like the older shows that were still on. They were older than me, but like the Brady Bunch, Partridge Family. Do you remember? Anybody remember Love American Style? The Love Boat, obviously Fantasy Island. Um, God, Tuesdays was that Happy Day roll, and then I forget what came on at 10. Wednesdays was Charlie's Angels. Captain Kangaroo. I used to watch Captain Kangaroo. Gilligan's Island. Yep. Professor Remy. HR Puff and Stuff. Yeah, Angie Griffith. Yep. Can't even do it. Mouth so dry from the Mr. Rogers. I remember when MTV first started, 1981. Video killed the radio star. Love Knots Landing. And of course, in order to know Knots Landing, I watched Dallas, but Sesame Street. I was more into Electric Company than I was Sesame Street. But everybody knows that. All these TV shows happen, but thank goodness for reruns, right? That just reminded me of one rerun from What's Happening. Does anybody remember What's Happening? You can tell the age difference in the room. I was a Barney's child. Oh my God. I love you. You love me. I love the Carol Burnett show. I was really young for that, but I still loved it. Sonny and Cher, Donnie and Marie. My favorite Martian. Oh, Mort. You talking about Mork and Mindy? Roseanne? I still watch Roseanne sometimes. Like when I turn the TV on during the day, there's nothing on. Roseanne's on. She was hilarious. I still can't believe what they freaking did to her. No, you're talking about my favorite Martian? What's my favorite Martian? Maud. Wow. Wow. I remember Maud. Alice. Kiss my grits. Mel's Diner. Oh my gosh. Aren't the Barney's kids in their mid to late 30s? Um, I don't know. That might be my younger sister, if not younger than that. Oh God, no, not Barney. Car 54, where are you? That's my father watched that. Kiss my grip. You're hysterical laughing. The memories, I know, right? Mine was like kids watch Barney. I hated Barney. I was supposed to watch that crap. Some haven't hit me yet. Just saying. Charmed. I didn't watch Charmed. I that was the Teletubbies. Nope, too young for me. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I was born in the 70s, so I went through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Strawberry Shortcake. That was definitely my sister. Had Ray Walston, Bill Bixby. Oh my God! Does anybody remember the courtship? I used to watch Bionic Woman and Wonder Woman. The courtship of Eddie's father. WKRP in Cincinnati. I'll just say I graduated in '83. What? Are you just saying that, or is that true? How did you? You couldn't have graduated in '83. Wait, that's Tori. Hold on. Yeah, Tori said that. She's just saying it. She couldn't have said that. Wait, you graduated what in '83? High school? I know, but '83? You graduated high school in '83 or college in '83? How is that? Wait, yeah, I don't know how that is. I graduated in '87. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense for me now. 78 for me. Shoot. You watched Andy Pandy as a kid? I never had Andy Pandy. '89. Wow. I was supposed to graduate in '88, so I graduated in '87. Girl, watch it. Oh, Anne's my age. I know. Greatest American. Oh my God. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could do so. I was 7 yesterday old. 7 yesterday old? Wow. Easy. Kim's like, easy people. Yeah. It's funny because I was always like younger than everybody. So I hung out with people that were older than me. Now I feel like I'm right in the middle. Although to my cousin, I'm the older one. Punky Brewster. That's one of my sisters. Um, the Fall Guy, 18. My dad watched all that. Now he watched like Bonanza, F Troop, Planet of the Apes, and he loved like Clint Eastwood and John Wayne. Too close. Oh, Nell Carter was Give Me a Break. You know what's funny when you come to the the villages and like you when we first came here and you put on regular TV if you don't have like an app or whatever they have like a channel and there's like 4 or 5 channels that you can watch and it's literally all like black and white television shows from back in the day. I remember my mom's favorite was oh my god, Father Knows Best. She loved that show. Oh yeah, Mary Tyler Moore, that girl. Stanford and Son was just on TV the other day. Stanford and Son, the old Tarzan, The Flying Nun. Yeah, Sally Field. Yeah, I was little. That was all in the '70s. Twilight Zone. YouTube's like the Twilight Zone. You ain't kidding. Good God. A lot of these people need help. Did you watch Hachi Malachi? I see Mary, I see Lisa, I see Jen. That's Romper Room. Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men? I've never heard of that. MASH. Yeah, my dad watched MASH and the Honeymooners. Yep. Gabe's mom liked MASH. She used to watch Diana and he's locked out. Three's Company. Yep. Doctor Who. Anybody remember Quincy? Or, oh my God, Trapper John MD. The Rockford Files. Reading Rainbow. That's like my sister's age, so. The Rockford Files. I just had something in my head. Beretta. Vegas with Dan Tanner. Oh my God. Wow. We watch a lot of TV. I'm watching the TV show Martin right now. Hilarious. That girl that's on Martin's girlfriend or wife, she annoys the shit out of me. I can't watch her. What is her name? Tisha Campbell? Oh my God, her voice irritates the shit out of me. Adam's Family. Love that movie. Movie? Do you remember the TV show? Doogie Howser, MD. Yep. Starsky and Hutch. Dukes of Hazzard. Gina. Yes, she played Gina, but her name I think is Tisha Campbell, like her real name. Her voice she's oh my God, Karen, you mean Cagney and Lacey, right? Cagney and Lacey. Chip. Then Aquaman. He will. Yeah. I just watched Aquaman 2 last week. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I never watched that. But there was a guy the guy that played the main character with her, he was on, I think, One Life to Live, and I remember recognizing him because my mom used to watch that. Yep, Taxi, Eric Estrada. He hold on, he has family here. So does what's his face? Oh God, Steve. What? You got to be kidding me. Carell, Steve Carell. He has family here, and Gerard Butler, his parents live here. Um, he's always over here. Cheers, yeah. Mr. Ed, I love Mr. Ed. Of course, go for it. Of course. Yeah, I loved one with Linda Carter, but I also like Bionic Woman, as we said before. The Three Stooges. Three Stooges are like my dad. He likes that. Lawrence Welk. That was like my dad. The Beverly Hillbillies. Moonlighting. That's where the Waltons. Yeah, wow. Um, what's his face came up there? Bruce Willis. I wonder how he's doing. Scrubs. And Scrubs is more top of the pops. I don't know what that is. Northern Exposure. Wow. Oh, Remington Steele. Martin and Lewis movies. Huh? I love House. I freaking love that show. Love House. Knight Rider. Yep. Kit. Oh my god. We watched a lot of TV, guys. Grey's Anatomy. You know, every time I watch my show, like I like fall asleep to it or something like that. I'll wake up and Grey's Anatomy's on. And I never watched it. My mother did, but now I started from the beginning of the show and I'm like, oh, I see why she watched this. Baywatch, yep. Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, yep. They're funny dudes. Rat Pack. Well, not Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis, I don't think was part of that. But has anybody, Frank Sinatra again? Has anybody seen that? There's a documentary that Andrew McCarthy did on the Brats, which is all the guys and girls that were part of the Brat Pack in the '80s. Has anybody seen that? Hogan's Heroes. Wow, yeah, my dad watched that. Monty Python. Yeah, it's good to be the king. I know, right? I barely watch TV. I mean, I'm talking about the shows that I record, but I barely actually watch it. This is what I watch it like maybe once a week, if that. Banana Buggy. Somebody said that before. I've never seen that. Heart to Heart. I've never seen Banana Buggy. Banana BJ. We watch a lot of King of the Hill in this house. Junction, Junction. What's your function? The guy from Hogan's Heroes died here. And I thought, oh, really? You guys are so old. Terry, really? Oh, I know. We talked about that earlier. And JP Patches, the Muppets. Muppets have been around forever. My favorite is what? Can you guys like guess what my favorite Muppet is? Let's say. Thinking I've never mentioned my favorite Muppet, but I'm just wondering if you guys could figure it out. I'm thinking. There you go. Hannah got it. Animal. Yep. Very good, girl. No, my sister was Miss Piggy. Cookie Monster. Kermit. Nope, it was Animal. 'Cause he played the drum. Bob's Burgers is funny. We watch Gabe loves King of the Hill. And we watched Family Guy, but we got away from it and somehow it ended up on the TV like a week or so ago. And we kinda caught up a little bit. So Animal. Yep. Have you watched the TV show Ted yet? Yep, that's exactly why, Hannah. Um, Miss Big Eagles, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Never watched The Simpsons, really. Never watched South Park. Um, I know they're like lines and stuff because they've been on for so long, but I never really watched them. But Gabe liked King of the Hill, so we got into that, and then Family Guy. Never got into Ren and Stimpy, but I know all about them. I never watched like the cartoon movies either. And then Gabe got me into Shrek. He loves Shrek. Um, so I like Shrek. And then my favorite was Lion King. Obviously, guys, right? um, 21 Jump Street. Yep. Have to need MacGyver. Um, has anybody watched Adam 12? In Emergency, that's one of the shows that are on the channel here. All the old TV shows. That's one. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't seen this since I was like, I don't know, 4. My mom used to watch it. And the only reason why I remember it is I remember the guy with the dark hair I thought was cute. Oh, wow. Wow, 4 or 5 years old. I'm thinking that man was good looking. What? Um, uh-huh. Wow. God, we watched a lot of television. Mm-mm-mm. Makes me wonder, like, my mom, when she was younger, there's a picture of when they got their first TV. And it's an old picture. And it just makes me wonder what they did with no television at all. Like, I can't even imagine. You know? Like, when I grew up, I remember MTV coming out. I couldn't imagine not having MTV. And I know kids these days, like, what they don't even know what MTV really is, but like I can't imagine not growing up without like associating a song with a video. Like I can hear a song now, and I'll immediately think of that video. I can imagine the whole thing. Bosom Buddies, yeah, I used to like Bosom Buddies. Yeah, they listen to the radio, but it's cool to have it. Like somebody said something about a video. Maybe it was a Taylor Swift videos. Oh, like are they even making videos anymore? You know, like I haven't seen videos at all. And I when they started doing all these reality shows on MTV, I started watching VH1 because they were showing videos still basically. But then they started doing a lot of the behind the music, which I like, you know. So, but now I don't see music. The only time I actually see a video, so I shouldn't really say I don't see videos. It's just that I don't watch it. A lot of times I put the TV's always on when I go to sleep. So I can wake up 4 in the morning. Like let's say I like Reba. There you go. I like Reba. And when I watch it sometimes going to sleep and it's on like, I don't know, like 4 times in a row, like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. But at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it's on the country music channel and they have videos. But like I said, I don't usually watch, or listen to country music, so that's why I don't pay attention to their videos. But they do have videos on country music now. They went bowling in my concert. They full. Oh, you know, in the kitchen. I'm learning to cook. I was talking the other night about how my mom, like my mom never walks out of the house without her, makeup done and dressed. And cause she used to be a beautician when she was younger. But I was thinking that's what they had to do. They used to get dressed up to go out to dances and stuff. Like their thing was doing their hair, those bouffant hairdos and makeup and everything. It was all about getting dressed up, you know. I just can't imagine what they did. I mean, I guess we say today that these kids are always on their phones and on their iPads. They don't go outside and do anything, you know. Fame. I'm gonna live forever. I just talked about Leroy from Fame the other night. I loved her show, but I don't know a lot of her music. I know she's got a song called Fancy, but and I know the theme to her show, but I love her TV show. Um, Silver Spoons, wow. What's his name was on Silver Spoons? Ricky. Oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, I just lost his last name. Ricky. Oh, come on. Jeez, we just lost his name. Somebody say it. What's that show that has Vicky the robot? Oh my God, Schroeder. Thank you, Schroeder. I remember that show. Oh my God, I forgot the name of that show too. But I remember that show. She's a little cute little girl, lost in space. Wow. And Land of the Lost. I Dream a Genie. And then Bewitched. I used to watch that Dream a Genie all the time too. Remember the movie The Champ? You know what was on the other day? Kramer versus Kramer. I was like, wow, that's old. That's not a movie I want to put on and watch. But I am thinking about going and watching Popeye. That was a fun. I remember back in the day when it came out. I watched it all the time. Bad News Bears. Did anybody remember Breaking Away? Or okay, wait. Does anybody remember? This was one of my favorite movies of all time. Little Darling with Christy McNichol and Matt Dillon and Tatum O'Neal. I loved that freaking movie. I remember I used to have it on VHS. It was Little Darlings, Foxes with Jodie Foster and Scott Baio, and Class with Rob Lowe and Andrew McCarthy. I love that tape. But yeah, Little Darlings was like one of my favorite movies growing up in the 70s. Like, I love that movie. The Gong Show. Wow. I see that guy right now, like the host. Good night, Ray. Third Rock from the Sun. Al Bundy married with children. Oh my God, he's so bad. He was like, what was it in the 90s, the modern day Archie Bunker? You guys remember All My Children? Can you imagine if not All My Children, All in the Family? Can you guys imagine if that came out now? Oh my God, never happened. Never happened. He was so bad. Family Ties. Trust on Matt Dillon. I said I would name my son Matthew. I have a son named Matthew. No way. I did. I wasn't into like everybody was into Sean Cassidy, Leif Garrett. I liked Matt Dillon and Andy Gibb. There's actually a picture of me holding my Andy Gibb album when I got it on Easter morning. Star Trek. I've been influenced by American TV and United American. What's wrong with that? Yeah, I love Little Darlings though. Good night, Tricky. You never got over your crush on Keanu Reeves? Captain Kangaroo. Keanu. There is some. Okay, I don't know if it's really him or not. I think he's got a look-alike that does these like YouTube shorts. Have you guys seen them? Is it really him? I don't think it is. I think it's so. Oh my God, Barney Miller. Wow. No, no, they're not him. I didn't think so. I was like, something's off with that. He looks a little younger than Keanu does now. Did we like those John Wick movies? Wow. Wizards of Waverly Place. Oh, that's like way younger than me. But it wasn't Selena Gomez in that, I think? Or someone that looked like her. That's way younger than me. That's like, isn't it like at the time Hannah Montana was out or um, right after it or something? Brady Bunch, yep. He's left-handed, I'm left-handed. Oh, she really likes piano. The Golden Girls. They were funny. My dad watched them. You know what's funny? I remember walking into his house. He was watching The Nanny. Franz Joshua. I'm like, what? Are you missing New York or something? Like, what? Patrick Swayze was my crush until the movie Too Long. Which That's funny. My mom loves Patrick Swayze. Oh, they were in Barney? I didn't know that. That's funny. I can't believe he passed away and so fast. He looked so old so fast too. I don't know. I'm seeing like a lot of these people from these shows that we're talking about and stuff, and these we look at them like, oh my god, look how old they got, and I forget I'm aging as well. Oh my god, so oh my god, they're so old. They look so old. Yeah, my mom was crushed when he passed away. I have a feeling we're gonna start seeing a lot. I've said this before. We're just gonna see a lot of people from a lot of these shows and stuff passing away now because they're at an older age, you know. Especially some of these musicians. I can't believe Mick Jagger like that. That whole political show I was watching. And you know what's funny, guys? I am not someone who watches political shows. Okay, I'm really not. But this whole thing has got me like, what is going on? You know. So now I'm watching. Whereas a lot of people are already over even watching it, and I'm just like starting to watch it. Like this is crazy. But they were comparing the age of both Trump and Biden, and this one guy's like, look, it doesn't matter the age. I went to a Rolling Stones concert the other night, and I watched Mick Jagger, 82, running around the stage, and I'm like, oh my god, and it's true. But yeah, like some of these guys, they're up there, you know. Steven Tyler, 73 or 75. Oh, that's weird. Really weird. Good night, Crimson. The Jeffersons. Moving on up. Yeah, it was weird seeing Shelley Duvall pass yesterday. I'm like, wow. Yeah. It's like, where have they been for so long? It's almost like, all of a sudden you get to appreciate them again. Like, who knows what kind of life they've been having the past couple of years. I almost feel bad in a way. Like, earlier, like with Dr. Ruth, I'm like, oh my God, I was actually thought she passed away already. Like, what's been going on with her? Um, how people are so shocked when some of these folks pass. Like, they can't live forever, and most have lived long life. Yeah, I know. It's like, you know what I think it is? Because we talked about this when Eddie Van Halen passed away. Um, how, like, because you grew up with them or they're part of your growing up, it's like a piece of you dies too. A little small piece, you know. That's why I think it makes it go, you know. Yeah, I saw that. But it's like someone like if you grew up loving like Van Halen, you know, just you always had like certain like with me, like I know when Ozzy passes, I'm gonna be like devastated. Yeah, because a big part of gosh, the Randy Rose thing, I did shows with him. Like I grew up on Ozzy and all of them, so like that's a big chunk of my life. Like, just, like an uncle or something. That's gonna, you know. So now he died young. Oh, Luke Perry. Yeah. Yeah, Toby Keith. Oh, Kenny Rogers. I don't even want to know. Like, do you ever see that? Uh, there's a YouTube channel called Legacy. Oh, that did. Where when Robin Williams passed away, it was like, whoa. Eddie Van Halen shocked me. Prince shocked me, and Robin Williams shocked me. It was like, wow. And for all it was like, wow, and they were within like so many years of each other, you know. And the last time I remember a death like that, as far as like an artist goes, where it was such a shocking thing for many people, was John Lennon or Elvis, but John Lennon was after that. All right, good night, Lisa. Luke Perry was hard, and I can just see as far as you're having time. Yeah, yeah. Robin Williams is sad. I was shocked. It's like the world felt that, you know. Very sad. I don't know. I'm afraid to even look. But legacy.com is on, they have a YouTube thing, and every once in a while it'll pop up on my feed, and I always like look at it, and it tells you like a lot of celebrities and public figures and stuff who have passed. Yeah, Steve Irwin when he passed too. Aw. I was young to pass and found out with John Lennon. I remember being, I mean, I was what, 11? Yeah, I remember being in my living room and it was on the news. Yeah, Michael Jackson was pretty shocking too. I think Prince shocked me more. Well, Michael Jackson was a big deal. Dang it, my phone died. Ugh. What happens when your hubby takes your phone all day? You get to put it on the charger. Michael Jackson is alive. Oh God. Who here thinks Michael Jackson is still alive? Yeah. I don't remember what the weather was like when my mom passed. I remember what the weather was like coming back because I flew up to New York when my father passed, and I remember I flew home. We landed and we were driving home from the airport, and it was blue, blue, blue skies and white puffy clouds, like 3D clouds. That's how they look here. And I remember just looking into the sky, going, "Oh my God, I just buried my father." It was like it just hit me as I'm driving home from the airport. Like, did I? This did not just happen. Like this did not just happen. I just buried my dad. Like it was amazing. I remember what the weather was like. I don't remember the weather. I think it was hmm, where we were was a little gloomy. My head was gloomy. Um, it was a dead hope. Oh, come on, Lisa. Really? Do you really believe that? Alive on the other side? Just like they say, Elvis is alive. Honestly, though, if he did say he died, meaning Michael Jackson, I would totally understand why. Um, and he probably would have gotten it from the fact that everybody kept saying Elvis was alive and Elvis did it. So, um, I don't know. I don't know. I've seen a couple things pop up on my feed about that. I didn't watch it. Oh my god, it was starting me on. I didn't watch it, but I mean, I could see it, but I might need a little convincing on that. Now, Elvis, I don't think was alive. Although there's this one guy who looks like it could have been him. The only thing is, Elvis would be how old now? I remember the day he died because my neighbor next door, I was young. I was like 7. Um, but she had tickets to go to his concert, and it was like in a couple days or within a week or something like that. And she started screaming, crying, and running down the street. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And she ran to a friend of hers, because he had passed away. Yeah, yeah. So I remember that. That's what reminds me of him dying. But John Lennon, I remember watching on TV, and it was like, whoa. I think it was MTV. Maybe 88? Really? Well, I guess this guy could be him. I just thought Elvis would have been older than him. Hmm. Well, I don't know. They both could be. I can't believe Lisa died. I haven't heard anything about that whole estate thing. Remember, they were trying to get it, defraud them, saying that they owed them $1 million or something. They were trying to have the estate transferred over to this company to go fake. Michael Jackson is buried at Holly's Terrace and Mausoleum in Glendale Forest, London, Park. As big as his funeral was, now he's gone. He died of a heart attack. Are you a Leo? What's August 12th? What sign are you, Diana? She's a Leo. Wow. I don't know. That'd be interesting if he was alive, though. His daughter's so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, so another thing popped up. I keep getting all this stuff on my YouTube feed. I see it, but I'm just like, oh god, I can't. So Paris and Prince's mom, the girl who had Michael Jackson's babies, she's saying that. Well, the thumbnail says that he raped'd her twice. Like what? you know, letting it out before she passes away. She's speaking truth now. What would you have to get? Like, you run low on funds, you need a good payday, so you're telling this story now? I didn't even bother. Click on it. So much freaking crap. Geminis. Oh. I'm just Gemini. I'm just surrounded by Gemini. Surrounded. My mom was a Gemini. My father, Gabe, Kendra, surrounded. Gabe's mom was a Gemini. Good night, Shonda. How does a Taurus? I'm a Taurus. Whoop, whoop. Everything's like the bull. We are like the bull, but it's a good bull. Aquarius. Pisces. And got some spiritual shit. Aries. Uh oh. Aries on the cusp of Taurus. My sister's an Aries. My other one's a Taurus, but she's a different section of Taurus than me. um, David's May 21st. That's my dad's day. Yeah, my dad did too. It's crazy. Sorry. I was the 16th. My dad was the 21st. My mother's the 31st. And then uh, their anniversary was the 1st of June. Gabe is the 2nd of June. Kendra's the 4th of June. Ugh. Slaughter is the 14th, I believe. I have the date correct. Surrounded by Gemini. I have I'm a Taurus sun, a Virgo moon, I think. I got Pisces in my north node. That gives me lots of my intuitive shit. Um, that's 5 rows, one sister. Oh my god. There would have been four of us, but there's only three. And alrighty, guys, it is 1:45. I am going to have to get off this thing. Wow. Um. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and let me talk your ears off. I had fun. Funny thing became my mom. Test September 28th. My mom test September 29th. On birthday is September 29th. Wow. That is weird. That is strange. Is that, you know what? When I was born, Lisa Marie. I think she's like a year older than me or something, or 2 years older than me, something like that. But Lisa Marie was like the big name. Everybody was like naming their kids Lisa Marie, and my mom didn't want to do that, so I got named Lisa Lee after my grandmother, which gave me time to work on something I need to use for the hat. Cool. What happened? Ann, email me. What happened? You gotta email me. Let me know. Um, that's cool. Is it done, Tori? I didn't see what you got up to because I had been going back and forth doing a bunch of stuff. And when I peeked in earlier, yes. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah. What is wrong with her? I can't believe that. When you said that, I'm like, are you kidding me? She seems to be in the middle of everything. It's like, what? And why would you back him? I don't know. Someone who's in the middle of all that just, I don't trust that. But, oh, really? At least that's cool. She should stay out of that. I don't even know why she's in the middle of that. That's crazy. Oh, cool. Tori, you're getting a lot of work done on these, these leather pieces. Getting it done. You're rocking it. Tori goes live, guys. A lot. Like, what? Are you going live every day, Tori, or no? Not barf tart. It's Harry. And what's the other one? Kim. I guess they broke up for good now. I don't really know. You know what it is? All these stories, I stay away from them, and I hear bits and pieces, and I'm trying to like figure out like, okay, so tell me, because I'm missing pieces. That's why like I don't watch Jeremy, so I have to go back and go, okay, so what happened? That's why I'm like, I know these two were supposedly like mental, but like, come on now, you know, I have to go back, and I keep hearing about all this other stuff that's like, I want to say descendants of Moo. I don't know, like on the weirdo family tree that happens from Moo. Like, I'm like, all right, what happened here? And then I'm learning about some other strange people that have been weeded out, like this girl Trash Panda, who I already don't like this girl because she lies about like the entertainment industry big time, and so there's more people. I'm like, all right, so who's who here? I'm like trying to figure it all. I go into like Emma or Olaf chat. I'm like, all right, wait a minute. So this happened when? What? I was trying to get all the deets so I understand I'm following the story correctly. But man, there's a lot of it. Wow, I can't. Yeah, so Tori goes live, guys, Monday through Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, often, and usually around like 6:30 or so. And she does a whole bunch of really cool leather designs and stuff with purses, hats. She's working on a purse with these really cool, freaking hot pink shoes. I can't wait to see what happens with that. Um, but yeah, she does a lot of really cool work, and you should check her out if you haven't. But if we can link it, um, I think you can. You've been popping this stuff out really fast. Is it right, Diana? It's like, okay, who's this? Like okay, so I was on Emma's live. Wait, hold on, no, sorry. Olaf's live, and it was like about Harry. I'm like, what? What does he do? Because I guess he started streaming or something, and he broke up with Kim, And it's like, but Kim always goes back to him and stuff. So I mean, I was in there. I'm like, she always goes back to him. Like, is she done with him? And she was in there, and she's like, yes, I'm finally done with him. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess we'll see. But something's going on with those two. They're fighting back and forth like crazy. Send me scorecards. But I'm in there and I'm like trying to figure out, okay, so who's this? And I was trying to. What's the funny thing about Harry is like 2 years, 3 years, 2 to 3 years ago, when he was living in Ireland, um, he was in our chat and we weren't giving all this attention to him. So he was talking about how all of a sudden he has these girls living with him. And oops, I don't know if anybody remembers, maybe Tori might, if she was a mod, but there was somebody that came in here under the name Alana, right? And he was saying that it was his girlfriend from way back when who just appeared to him and all of a sudden tells him that he has a son. So he has a kid now with this woman that he didn't even know existed. It was a whole freaking story. And it turns out, of course, it's one of his fake names, right? I mean, nobody believed it anyway. But oddly enough, there is an Alana, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Apparently, she has her own YouTube or something. I'm not really sure. And there are children that she don't have. Oh, I don't believe he was in Ireland either. But there are children that she has that she doesn't have like with her that she takes care of. Yes, Jennifer, it is. Um, and it was around that time that he started with her. That's how I know a lot more of the information. Um, but so there is an existing Alana. So I'm wondering if that's where he got her name from. Like I don't know how long this girl has been around, but like so he fabricated a total story. But there's actually an Alana with children, a couple of them that aren't with her. Good night, Jennifer. And so I was trying to figure that out today, but everybody, I mean, everybody literally thinks that this Alana person exists, and I'm like, wait a minute, this Alana person did not exist before. Um, but I think that's where he got the name from, at least. So it's really strange, the whole convoluted story, and he's calling him a liar about everything. I'm like, wait a minute, that dude's calling somebody a liar? That's kind of funny. Oh, I thought you said goodnight. Oh, you're saying goodnight. Sorry, saying goodnight to Lucy Jackson. um, so yeah, so I'm just trying to trying to get the story. I don't even know why I really want to know that story, but the fact that Olaf was doing a video, I was like, oh my god, what happened? So yeah, I was trying to figure that out. But then hearing that the other one's backing him, I'm like, what? Does she not know his whole history? Like she was, trying to protect the swamp. Well, we had to get rid of that guy. I don't even know how many times. Why would you back him? Like what? So that just doesn't make fucking sense to me. But guys, I'm telling you, there's a lot of loony bins out there. You know, lots of them. I can't even believe it. So I'm just trying to find out who, because when you're on someone else's channel and they have like they talk about different topics or different people, and so we know who Moo is. I know who Harry and Kim are, but I didn't know who Trash Panda was. And I'm like, okay. And then I figured out like she was, hey, she hangs out right. Or Robert Downey Jr. is like her buddy, and she does Jason Momoa and all that shit. Who else? I don't know. She's just talking a bunch of shit about like getting stuck on the side of the road and him pulling up and you know letting her in his limo and her being an extra and stuff. Now it's not easy or not hard to be an extra on a TV show or a movie. It's not hard. But oh my god! And then she's a model for Maybelline or some shit. I'm like, what? like talk about all these concepts. I'm like, nah, don't care what she says. Nah, no way. Um, so yeah, so this one, that one was interesting. So there's a bunch of weirdos that they just gotta weed them out, weed them out. I mean, for the most part, like if look, if people want to say certain things, they're behind a computer, they can say whatever they want about themselves. And sometimes maybe they tell who they, believe in their head they are to some extent. Maybe like they're shy, but on the computer they're not. You know what I mean? So it lets part of them out. That I get. But the lying and stuff. I mean, hey, as long as you're not hurting anybody, right? But at the same time, when you start getting involved with people, and and then it's like you're dating or like okay, you haven't even met the person but you're dating, okay, whatever. But the whole like then money gets involved. I got to pay a bill, and this one's sending it to you, and you're lying about yourself and all that shit. Like that's where it's like, what are you really lying for? What's your agenda? And that's the shit I can't stand. That's just mm-mm, mm-mm. So you got to weed those freaks out. A lot of times people are keyboard warriors. But so it's not necessarily those people, it's the ones that are manipulating others. You know, these are worse than keyboard warriors. Worse. You know, we can deal with keyboard warriors. Elton, oh, we're talking about Elton. Good God, the poor man. Who's John Doe? Ah, no, I think John Doe's Harry. I know he comes in here because he begs to come in here so many times. He hasn't lately, actually, um, especially since like he's kind of having a little war with people. I can see him trying to come in and under a different name, and I know Penguin's in here under a different name. Um, I know she goes in here, she goes in Robbie. I know she does. So, and Els, I think, watches because she joined our channel again and showed us that. Um, so they're all watching, when and every time, I don't know, but I know that they come in. And sometimes you can tell because you can see their friends pop in, boom, 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 one right after the other. And it's like, they're here. you know, so it's easy to know when they're here. I just don't say anything. And for all I know, Penguin's like, hey, what's up, Lisa Lee? And I'm going, hey, whatever your name is. So how funny is that? But don't think I don't know it's possible. So, JC, what's up? Who, Elton? I was in another room the other night and saw Els. I wanted to call her out, but with my tongue. Whose room was it? Well, she's obsessed with YouTube, so I know she's online. Shit, I was gonna say something. Oh, Elton. Um, yeah, that's. I mean, it was good to see him, I guess. Uh, but because I guess we get an idea. Like, he's okay, right? He was alive. um, but yeah, I don't believe that whole story because the body cam footage that was shown was because there was a breaking and entering in his side of his house. Um, Recently, Hannah. But anyway, I don't believe there was a DNA on Elton's house. I think it was Wolf. Absolutely. Because what they showed was like there was $140 missing and one ring or possibly two. But yeah. Well, there were 10 rings. She counted them out right there. When someone comes and breaks into a house and they start stealing valuable shit, they don't sit there and pick and choosing what rings they want. They would have taken all of them and gone through it later. So, yeah, she was lying on his bed all sideways like she was trying to be sexy. And she was mean to him, too. You think it's the people who constantly pawn rings? Uh, do they constantly pawn rings? His mom rings and seems she knew exactly what one to and the money. Yep. Hey, here's the thing, like, how does she know what he has? I mean, I guess she, I mean, she was married to him. They lived next door. But, like, so I guess she would know what jewelry he had there, but where his money was and how much it was. And, she was the one talking to the cop. What he was barely said a word, you know? Um, yeah, they would have gotten a bag and dumped the whole thing or take the whole box. Exactly. So I think it's a load of crap. I think Wolf went in there, made it look like someone's been in there, and took what he thought was valuable, which was obviously the cash and the one ring that he knew. You know, yeah. Well, they're assholes because they know what else did. So the fact that they let us stay there, I guess they need that couple of $2 super chats and stuff. And think Steiner marks about his place and hers is worth. Right? Right, Stacy? Yeah, she wouldn't let him talk. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And the weirdest thing is that she knew where the cameras were. I guess she would. She lives in the property. But there was 6 cameras, and the one entering his home was the one that didn't work and was off. Come on now. Come on now. Well, you know what's funny? That's why she won't come on Alive with Emma, and that's why she won't. I told her to come out with me. She won't even attempt to come out with me. She couldn't even handle a phone conversation with me. She had to put Wolf on the phone because she can't talk over me, and that's her problem. Only wait, and only that one film was up. Yeah, the one that was going in and out of his house. And she yelled at him like, "Elton, get over here," or something like that. I'm like, "Whoa, really mean." And I'm like, "Why are you there anyway? If his house was broken into, why are you there? Were you there when the people were there? Were you there to tell them where everything was? Like, why are you there? You know, get over here now." Yeah, okay. But I don't know. She ain't right. And if he is, I think there's a big confusion as to who's taking care of who there. Because originally I heard Wolf took care of her husband. Then I heard Wolf takes care of her. Then I heard Wolf takes care of both of them. And I just recently asked, and apparently it's both of them. So Wolf gets paid to take care of both of them, but doesn't help Barbara bathe because she complained about it to several people. And both their homes are infested with roaches and nasty and dirty. And what does Wolf do? You know. Yep. 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 Stacy. If you would have called her out. And yeah. Oh wait. Are you talking about when she whispered? The other thing was when the cop. The cop didn't even really care, but when she was showing the camera or whatever, she'd ask for his passport and whatnot. And then out of nowhere, okay, maybe not out of nowhere. To me, it seemed out of nowhere, but I might have missed something. She turns around to the cop and whispers, "I've had cancer." And the cop just kind of ignored what she said and was asking something about the cameras. But I'm like, why? Why did she whisper that? Is Elton not supposed to know? I think I said this the other night. Is he not supposed to know? Why wouldn't he supposed to know? Or is she lying and he would have called her out? Is that what you meant, Ian? I bet her house smells like brown cheese and ass. Big smirk on Lou's face when she said she made over. Oh, I know. I made $300 last month. That's a lie, by the way, because she had just gotten monetized. There's no way she made $300 in 1 month's time. I'm telling you right now, there's no way she did. Yeah, I don't understand why the whole cancer thing came up with her. This lady's cuckoo, you know. She's absolutely nuts. But I think they're scam. Look, they scammed everybody else out of money. Why wouldn't they scam Elton? Come on, you know. They scammed everybody else. You know, they got Shadow, they got Red Road. Why wouldn't? Why wouldn't she do that? Yeah, he could have called her out and said, "You don't have cancer." Now she has shown proof that she's had the sinus thing, I think, and I didn't pay attention to any of that, but supposedly she did. And there's also proof that she had that kidney, ablation thing, ablation, however you say it. I'm usually good for pronouncing words, but um, I, you know, but that's a procedure. She said she had surgery. It's a procedure, and the stuff they give you for that procedure does not make you lose your hair. Um, I bet you she don't, Stacy. I bet you she don't. I'm telling you, that's I asked the sinus ablation, but didn't she have one on her kidney? Um, but uh, but right, if she's dying of cancer now. What did you say? If it turns out to be stage something, it's going to be like a year, 6 months to a year. She said. My bet is she has lice, but she has sores on her head because she doesn't bathe. She doesn't wash her hair. Yeah, I think Ellen would have called her out. Or he doesn't know her recent stuff, so I don't know. I mean, but you know what? Here's the thing: personal stuff like that and her health stuff is te- technically it's none of our business, right? But when the reason why, first of all, she's the one who puts it all out there. She puts it all out there. Okay, she doxes herself. She puts all this information out there, but she's using it to get attention, to play victim, to scam people. That's where it becomes everybody else's business. You know, you made it their business. But that's why everybody wants to know and is exposing her ass because she's scamming people. And I'm telling you right now, if she's scamming people like Shadow and Red Rose, she's scamming that husband of hers. Totally. You know, God only know. I mean, apparently she's still married to him, and if that's the case, whatever. I mean, I don't know how she gets away with, you know, living on opposite sides of it. Maybe yeah, they're separated. Who knows? But does he actually know that Wolf's her walk beside, or whatever? Like, what is he? Who knows? Who knows? You know. But I just feel really bad. So that's why the other night I said, I'm like, if he actually has children, somebody said he has a son, but I'm not sure if they think he has a son because Barbara has a son. I'm not sure if her son is Elton's son. But if he has any children, somebody needs to like let them know. I mean, if he doesn't see them, I guess why, but maybe because of her. But they need to know that their dad's been taking advantage of because she clearly is. Something's up. It's not normal. It's not normal. So, anyway, those are my thoughts. My opinion. I'm allowed to have them. But she's teaching everybody all about the YouTube and copyright laws too. So funny, these freaks think they know the law. Wrong. She buried some pills across the street where she lives. What? What? Ellen is not her son's father. Son liked his stepfather. Okay, so he liked Elton. Well, maybe since people have talked to her son, maybe he should give a little, talking to Elton if he liked him and literally get to the bottom of what's going on over there. I mean, I get he doesn't want to, may not want to be involved, but if she's taking advantage of a man like that, that's just wrong. Who called the police about the break? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see the beginning. That's just it. I come in at a certain time and I miss pieces, and I'm always like wondering, all right, so what happened now? um, where is this kid? I don't know. I'm guessing she probably would have. I mean, her own son left, don't deal with her. It was on Hatman's Live. I didn't see Hatman's Live. Not this weekend. I called BS about that. And why would you bury the pills? Wait a minute. Are you serious? She actually really buried? Wait. Yes, she said the chemo pills are making her sick, so that means she's all allergic and can't take them. So this is going back a bit, and she said she buried pills across the street. See, I miss pieces of shit all the time. I'm not watching her. I can't watch her. I cannot watch her on a constant basis. Like I just can't. Gibberish is repetitive shit. This was just recently. So she buried him in the ground. She put chemo pills in the ground. Oh, that's just great for the environment. I don't think you're. Yeah, I think that's. I don't think you're allowed to do that. Okay, cool, Jennifer. She's got to be. Oh, Tori, I didn't even see. Did you mention the text you got? That my live house, she was allergic to many of the meds they gave her, and she had to stop taking them when she was fighting her cancer. Shit. Wow. Yeah. See, I just can't watch all of her. Usually, I go and I look at when someone tells me that something said, or if like I see her stupid ass title, I'll be like, "Ugh, what is this about?" Because usually I'll have some kind of drama like thing on it. But other than that, and even if I click on it, I can't watch her whole thing. Her voice just annoys me, and I literally speed her up to 2 if I have to watch it to get till she gets to a point where you know she's repetitive on shit. Oh, she just stats. Oh my god, stats! Like those two are obsessed with each other. Not to say I ignored everything about them. Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you tell them. I'm not gonna say nothing about them. Oh, he was showing her recent lives. The one that she deleted. Like, all right. So Emma showed the body cam footage on Tuesday and Wednesday because she had a internet outage while she went live. So she showed the rest of it on Wednesday, and then Barbara had gone live after that. There was like 3 in a row that was immediately removed. So is that the ones that he showed? The recent live? She's crazy. She's fucking nuts. The best is that body cam footage in the police station talking to the cop because she's telling everybody they're coming after you, la di da di da di da. And yet the cops literally saying, I don't know why the DA keeps rejecting it. Why? Probably because you're complaining about this. They've watched your videos and they see you're doxing yourself and hanging it all on. That's why. And here's the thing, because and I know this just because of the creeper across the street. When we had the cops come here, when he was first doing stuff, the there was the main officer, um, and then a deputy. And the deputy went through Jeannie's phone and she saw that she had answered him back. And the fact that she had answered him back, they couldn't do anything because she's involved. She's conversing with him. She's whether it's him doing something and you're just saying fuck you, or you're just saying leave me alone. Even saying leave me alone is you conversing. You have to literally ignore him and make you got to ignore these people and make it look like they're not make it look, let it be seen that he's annoying you or people are annoying you or something, you know what I mean? So the fact that she's going live and she's attacking people too, I usually say shit when she mentions me. I normally don't attack Carpenter. I mean, we're talking about it tonight, but you know, shit's going on. But when it comes to me like going off on her, like it's usually because she's saying shit. Um, but she creates it because she wants that drama. But that's why it's getting rejected. They're watching it. The cops, when they go to her house, they're watching her live while she's live, while they're at her house, and they're just like trying to pay attention. This one live kind of like the stand, please. I'll tell you what, that comment came from her, right? There, I'm sorry, but I've been there so many times, and I've never gotten bitten by a flea on the ground. Just saying. Just saying. Good night, White. And yeah, I said I was going to leave like probably about 20 minutes ago. But, alrighty, guys. I am going to sign off because it is getting pretty late. It's 2:15. Can't make this a 5 a.m. night. But thank you all for hanging out with me and chit-chatting, listening while I babble. It was fun. Who knows if there's going to be news tomorrow or whatever. I don't know if I'll pop on tomorrow night. Maybe. You never know. But our normal nights are Tuesdays, 10 p.m. And I will have crystals this week. So get ready because there's some good stuff coming. Crystals are back for me. And if you're wondering about your packages, please don't ask Tuesday and Thursday. Just know all the packages that are here right now are being shipped tomorrow. If you owe shipping because it is new stuff that was ordered, I will let you know and it will go out as soon as payment is made. But it'll all be gone and out of here. No later than Tuesday if in fact you owe shipping. Otherwise it'll be out tomorrow after night before the mailman even arrives to pick it up on Monday. So, well, Diana, there is stuff in a box for you. I could send that. Anyhow, don't see. I'm not even Terry. Terry does it to me all the time, but because that whole shipping incident, I won't even respond to it. If he says, "Where's my package?" If you've noticed, I will not even respond to it. So that's why. So don't go get all mad, guys. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not keeping. You know. Um. You mean? Oh, you mean buying? Let me see. No pretty. I'm sorry, Diana. Hold yours. Or well, y'all gonna miss out then. I'm sorry, but if it's still here, you can get it. You can get it. It's all good. Thanks a lot, guys. I will be back on Tuesday for sure, but if before that, I just don't know. But we'll see. Um, Positive vibes, prayers out to everybody who needs them. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our mods, and I will see you soon. Have a great night. Bye bye.